What's up, everybody? Yeah, smoking's bad. Smoking's bad, okay. Drugs are bad. Yep. I'm just chilling out. Had to take a break. My eyes were hurting. Of course, I also have all fucking night because I'm kind of on a night shift right now. Mostly because I'm house sitting. So for some people that are out of town, taking care of the animals and stuff. So I've got to make regular trips over there, and it's best that I'm over there in the morning and I'm not waking up that early. So what I'm doing is staying up overnight, then going over there, taking care of everything, coming home and sleeping, and then going back. Yes, just kind of seeing who's popping up, you know, who's doing and where. There is absolutely no point to this stream. it's fucking midnight, and I'm just fucking sitting here going, do I just want to watch a movie, or can I do something cool like hang out with my fans, just talk into the void, you know? And I decided on talking into the void because I've already watched a few movies, especially yesterday since it was the 4th of July. I did a lot of animating and stuff, but I figured it's a holiday. I could chill out, you know? Watch some cool movies, you know? Thought you were quitting smoking. I am. I know it doesn't seem like that right now, but I truly am. But I'm not throwing away perfectly good cigarettes. I had half a carton. And, that's, I thought about crushing them and throwing them away and be like, I'm done being all hardcore and stuff. But then it dawned on me that they cost a lot of money. So I might as well smoke them and be done with it. But I'm not buying any more after these packs are done. I got my cool pipe mod vape thing that I'm going to give a try. It's over there plugged in the wall. Yeah, it's just one of those things, you know. I'd rather not throw away $45. Might as well smoke them, be done with it. Enjoy my last few packs. I don't know how long they'll last because I actually smoke more when I'm socializing than I am here by myself. So like I'm sitting here on the computer animating, I lose track of time and I don't smoke for hours. But then I get on and just start talking or whatever, get on the live stream or something, and then I'm like fucking lighting every couple minutes. You know, it's always been a social thing for me, man. Going hanging out with the buds, you know, go hang out with the guys, have a beer, fucking smoke cigarettes. You know, I'd buy like 2 packs and they'd last me a whole week if I didn't socialize. But then I'd go out on a Friday night and burn through 2 packs in one fucking night, you know. So, yeah, that's how much a carton costs, man. You know, $45, $50, something like that. And plus taxes, we have a sin tax here. So I think I ended up paying like 56. I ended up paying like $56 or something like that after taxes. So, yeah. I could go cheaper if I was still going to smoke. I could buy like Pall Malls for like $38 a pack, or a carton, but Pall Malls are gross. I like my Marlboro, so I end up paying more money, So, yeah, looks like I've got 33 viewers. We'll see what happens. See if see if I feel like having a guest, or if I just feel like, just rolling with the chat and seeing how you guys are doing. Did you guys like my land video? I was afraid it was too long. Even after cutting it down, it ended up being like 22 minutes, But I finally did go out there and get some footage out on the land. Man, that microphone really picked up everything. Picked up my breathing, everything. I was walking out there in that fucking heat. It wasn't that bad because the clouds were moving in, but it was still like 95. Fuck, it was hot. It took me a while to put together, too, because all of a sudden I was like, what if my loving fans think that I'm just out at some random place filming and they don't believe it's my land? So I actually got the idea of making a little map. So I went to Google Earth and found my land and outlined the property line. And then I decided to take my little Magog icon and move it around. And since I know where I am on the land, I knew where I was walking, or abouts. Just, it wasn't GPSed or anything. I literally animated it. So it took a few hours just to do a video of my land. Now that the holiday is over, we'll be getting to work here pretty soon. The guy's supposed to be coming out to clear the land sometime, whenever his schedule opens up. But because he's got other properties and stuff that he takes care of. But essentially, it's supposed to be sometime. He's got us slated for July for sure. So it might very well be as early as next week. Why not use your county parcel map? Because nowadays the counties don't even. All that's like hard copy on paper anymore. Now, if you go to the county websites, they just have Google Earth with the property lines outlined. They really do. I'm dead serious. When I was looking at that property, I really wanted that 20 acres that was in the town, the next town up. Like when I was looking at that, I went, the landowner, the property owner told me it was in a floodplain. So when I went to look up the flood maps to see, where it was rated and everything, it was a damn Google Maps image. Yeah, even FEMA is using Google Maps now more than just like drawings and stuff anymore. Yep. So we're not clearing too much of it. We're only clearing the front 2 acres, 150 feet of the front 2 acres. Because like I said in the video, it's 2 acres wide and 6 acres deep. Well, 6 1/4, something like that. So, because it's 12.5 acres. So, yeah, it's like, so it's like that first 2 acres that I was pretty much walking around on and trying to find the property marker, all that's going to be cleared 150 feet in. After that, it's just going to be all woods. Ain't going to hurt nothing. Even if I cleared the whole damn land, it ain't going to hurt nothing. It ain't gonna fuck with water flow or anything like that. No, not that particular property. I know that happens in other places. You uproot too many trees and it changes the way the water flows on the property and everything. But not my land. It's too high. It's in a higher plane, and it's pretty much slate rock. As soon as you dig about 6 inches down, so ain't nothing gonna hurt it. Most of the trees up there are like like I said, most of the trees are just southern pines. They don't even have a root system. They're just a taproot. That's why you can knock pines over with a bulldozer. You don't even have to cut them down. You can literally just fucking knock them over. Well, you can tell from the map there has been water in certain areas. Do you know at what level it becomes a floodplain? No, none of my land is in the floodplain. None of it. What you're probably talking about is where Google Maps, Google Earth flew over, like the satellite, and took pictures in the wintertime. So it looked like there was a shit ton of dead trees out there because there was. It was winter. The only green on that map are evergreens that never die. But we only have standing water after like really heavy rains at the very back of the property. Like I've been out there, and there is a bit of the property that kind of dips down a little bit. So after a real heavy rain, there's a little standing water, but it disappears within a few days. But it's not in an actual floodplain at all. Like we've checked on that. That whole area is not anywhere close to a floodplain. Have you done a mineral test? No. I believe we bought the land, but the mineral rights didn't travel with it. So whoever owns the mineral rights in that area owns the mineral rights. That's just the way things are done. But we're pretty confident there ain't nothing worth anything out there, or else they would have already come for it. That damn land has been in that family for generations, and them kids inherited it and sold it to us for cheap. So they probably had a perk, like they did a mineral test and a perk test and fucking found nothing. So it was worthless to them. So I guess I didn't opt for the movie. No, not really. Maybe later. Like I said, I'm pulling a night shift now, so this is actually kind of my mid-afternoon right now. Yeah. Yep. What's going on? There's not much standing water. There really isn't. I mean, towards the other property, there's a pond back there, and you can see that on the map, but that's not part of the 12 and a half acres I own. That's on the back half. But yeah, walking around out there made me really appreciate how big 12 and a half acres actually is. We might be able to pull off the village if we clear enough of it. I mean, obviously, part of the deal is the gun range, because my dad wants a place to go shoot, and so do I, because it's my hobby, and so do many of my friends. So, serious with days off. Didn't you say you were quitting smoking after VidCon? No, I said I was quitting smoking after my birthday. And yes, it is after my birthday, and you probably missed it because you just come in, but I still got half a carton left, and I'm not throwing away $45. So, but as soon as these are done, I'm switching to my vape pipe, which is plugged in back there, and I'm done. So you guys might not see a stream from me for a while because I'm probably going to be like itching and shit. I'll probably just do Sidequest and regular videos for the next 2 weeks. I don't know if I should get on and do these random out of character streams without any cigarettes. I'll probably freak the fuck out. So yeah, I'm preparing for it. I went and got groceries and everything, and I filled up my car with gas so that I don't have to stop at gas stations. Yeah, it's going to be basically 2 weeks of hell. That's how I quit the military, though. I locked myself in my dorm room and didn't go anywhere. Removed all temptation. I didn't go by the store or anything because, you could buy cigarettes up at the counter. That's about the only way I've ever been able to quit. So, and I'm only going to vape until the cravings go down because I don't really care for vaping. So I only bought that thing to help with the cravings when they're really bad. But after they subside and I've kind of gotten used to not having a cigarette and I'm no longer just like really jonesing for one, I'll probably put the vape down too and just switch to nicotine gum to chew on now and again. Yeah, a lot of people manage to quit with the vape. It's never worked for me. I've had about 3 vape mods since vaping became a thing. I tried it, man, and it just made me want to smoke the real thing. Just didn't really help with me. Then again, I was never in a position to actually like lock myself away either. Like I've always been stressed out and stuff. I was in school and all kinds of stuff. So Psychosis says, "Hey Magog, I'm working overnight and it's nice to see you streaming." Well, congratulations, man. Got that night shift gig. Fuck yeah. Yep. Oh, hi, Mark. Rhino. Rhino's a good fucking dude, man. I fucking love Rhino. So glad I got to meet you at VidCon, man. I can't wait till we do a Vegas thing. We can hang out again, brother. You got to come on the stream. You want to come on the stream talk? Let me know in the chat who wants to come on. I guess I could have a couple guests. You know, I don't really have anything specific to talk about. I just felt like talking. You know, ever since I quit school and I quit the last cleaning gig, I'm not really doing much except for YouTube. So I'm always kind of in my house alone, which is actually good for my personality because I can really focus on art and stuff. Like I've been busting ass all week on the new Sidequest overlays and stuff. We're changing it up after the last stream, changing up the rules and stuff. I've added some graphics and shit. So anyway, but yeah, the only thing I'm lacking is now and again I'd like to. I'd really like to. You know, just kind of socialize now and again. And the best way to do that is just get online. Because a lot of my friends, they're not up this time. They got normal jack off day jobs, you know? So, you know, it's not like I can call most of my friends and be like, "Hey, what are you doing?" You know, I have to see them on weekends and shit, you know? So, let's see what it goes. Let me go get the link here. Massages. There's Rhino. Paste. Send. I am supposed to be doing a actual like out of character stream with some cool people. So I've got to message them now that the 4th is over and see when they want to come on. Plus, I was supposed to do Drunken Peasants on Tuesday night, but Billy messaged me and said that Ben had to do something. So they moved me to the 7th, which I think is tomorrow. Now that it's 12 a.m., it's Friday. So yeah, Saturday night I should be on the Drunken Peasants. Then after that, I should be able to get some guests on. I've been meaning to get Kat Rocha on to talk about the publishing world because she's the CEO of a publishing company. And I promised that I would have her on my show. And then, you know, there's a couple people I've lined up that I've wanted to get on and just kind of hang out with and stuff, you know. So, what's up, Rhino?
What's going on?
No, nothing. Fucking chilling. Yep. Yeah, after I did a shit ton of animating last night, I did decide to take kind of a movie break at like 2 a.m. And I watched a movie I've never seen before. And it was kind of like one of these like low budget features, you know, that's like on Amazon Prime for free. But I watched it and I was like really impressed. And it had like 4 out of 5 stars. I was like, wow, this is a good movie. Like, I'm genuinely surprised. And it was called, and it had a lot of great tunes in it, man. It had a great soundtrack. It was called American Satan. Have you ever heard of it?
You talking to me?
Yeah.
No, I haven't heard of it.
Yeah, well, It's a movie about a bunch of kids who go out to Hollywood to be heavy metal rock stars, and they end up actually making a deal with the devil to become famous.
And it's called what now?
American Satan. And it actually surprised me. Like I said, it was kind of one of these off the cuff features. Probably didn't go to theaters or anything, but it had Malcolm McDowell in it as the devil. And and it had a bunch of really great songs for the soundtrack. It had Pretty Reckless and fucking Iron Maiden, and like playing in the background, like for the music for the movie, Yeah, it was a fun movie. I actually was surprised. It was real fun. Yeah. No. Sounds epic. I'll put it on my list. Yep. Is that the? I have no idea what BVB is. Serious. Are you going to be on DP in character? I'm gonna probably, but I got to talk to them first and see what they want. I'm gonna ask Billy and Ben Saturday if they want me or if they want the character, and see what they say. Because if they want to ask me questions about my, my channel and how I got started and all that kind of stuff, I don't know what they plan on doing. Chambers of My Heart DP is Drunken Peasants. That's the live stream that TJ Kirk used to be on, but they went their separate ways. So now it's Billy the Fridge and Ben Pie. But I met them at VidCon, and they were really cool. And they were like, "Dude, you're funny. We ought to have you on our show." I was like, so we'll see how that goes. It'll be interesting. Oh. Happy midnight, Magog. Yes, thank you. Thank you. Mm-hmm.
Howdy-ho.
Hey, dude.
Good. Did you guy disappear?
Yeah, he went off camera somewhere. He'll be back.
Oh. Watch her. How's it going?
Just another evening. Chilling, hanging out. All these other people stream, and like sometimes like I feel like streaming, but I feel like like I've been getting on a lot of people's shows lately, like the Kun stream and stuff, and haven't really been doing my own. So it's probably time that I have I just start streaming on my own, Yeah,
fair enough. I'm trying to get some organized for when I get home. Problem is I'm not near as popular and I hardly have guests.
Yep. Well, it happens.
Hoping to get a few guests for the 16th because I'm going to be home, and it's also my YouTube anniversary.
Oh, nice. Well, happy YouTube anniversary.
Yes. Thank you much. Well, technically, I've had my channel for like 3 years because like 3 years ago I posted an instruction video on how to run a carrier reefer unit, but that didn't take off. It did pretty well. It got like 10K views, but nobody really ever subscribed off of that. I didn't start getting actual subs until I started doing the anti-SJW crap.
Right.
What's up, Beardy?
Hey, Beardy. What's going on, babe? Beardy's in the chat, everybody.
Oh, I thought he was in the stream. I was like, where's his avatar?
Yep. The other twin has showed up, though.
What the hell's Riley Dennis doing here?
Oh.
I'm just what's left over. What's up, guys?
What's going on, brother?
What's up, Magog? How you doing?
Oh, just fucking chilling, bro. Fucking chilling. Like I said, I kind of just needed a break from animating.
I'm sitting in a motel room tonight. I'm out of town for work, and I got my laptop, so I have my camera. I never have my camera on. So, hi everybody. What's up, Rosa?
Right.
Yeah, that's been a fun week for me. The APU unit on my semi broke, so I can't operate my air conditioner at night, and I had to stay in motel rooms for the last week.
Oh, that sucks. Yeah, I go out of town quite a bit for work. So I'm used to motels and hotels.
Yeah, the motel's not the problem. It's lugging my luggage and a very hyper husky and a hyper border collie into the rooms, and then trying to get them to shut up because other people are sleeping.
Well, that's rough.
Yep.
Yeah.
So anyway, we were talking about my land and Sidequest and all kinds of stuff. The changes I'm making to Sidequest, if anybody is interested, is now that there's going to be, to kind of balance out so we don't have a repeat of last week, even though that was funny shit. We can't be having it that chaotic anymore. So I added these little gems for everybody, and basically for $5 they can be a quick attack, and basically like Beardy insult Magog and take a health point away, or whatever. So whoever they choose to who activate and who they want activated to attack will be able to do a quick attack, and the little gem will disappear, and this funny thing plays, and then us on stream will be all like, "You're a fucking retard," and it helps with the improv too, because we'll be put on the spot by our fans to insult each other and take a single health point away from a single target. And basically, after 5 minutes, the gem reappears, and somebody else can buy another one. And that will balance out, so I'm not like playing the special attacks over and over and over again.
Right.
I honestly, man, I've watched all of your side quests, but I have no idea what you're talking about, because when I'm watching, I'm always at work and my phone's in my pocket and I'm just listening.
Right, yeah. Yeah, you'd have to watch it to understand.
And
but
I have no idea how that works or why it became chaos. I just couldn't watch,
It became chaos because last stream we decided to make it to where people could reactivate the super special attacks of each character as many times as they wanted. Because before that, we were just once per stream, you can activate it. We started getting people like, come on, just once. So we thought at like $15 super chats to activate the special attacks, nobody would do it all that often. So we decided to go ahead and make it happen multiple times. And we were wrong.
And now for $20, you can activate all four.
You probably persuaded people to save their money because, for example, when I watch Ghost Poo, Bear gets the least amount of super chats, Drunkle gets a little bit more, and Sinatra gets the most. And I'm pretty sure that's because Sinatra does it on Friday, and most of the audience is getting paid on Friday, so they have fresh money to spend.
Well, it also depends on how much fun the audience is having. We've really found out that it doesn't really matter as long as the audience is into it. If the audience ain't into it, they're not going to donate. So, but we've come up with an idea for a stream that really gets people involved. It's there's like a play off each other. So it's pretty funny. And I guess people like it, and I like it too. It helps us improv, it keeps us on our toes. But I was not expecting people to donate as much as they did. So I was like, okay, let's come up with a better system. So now we have quick attacks, and then we'll also have 2 special attacks that people can buy at like different tier levels. So that's the plan. After that, I ain't doing any more. This shit takes forever.
Well, I am a fan of it, Beardy. I will tell you that much. All right.
I do gotta say, my favorite moment so far was last week when Weibo right away was like, I am the Beardbarian.
Oh, yeah. No, like her gimmick is that she's a nameless thief. So every episode, she's going to be stealing some other YouTuber's identity.
That is Weibo. I knew I fucking recognized that
Well,
voice.
last week she
I
stole,
caught-
I think of Real's identity.
I didn't
I
understand
thought that-
any of that, Rhino.
I said last week she stole a high, I think, on Real's identity.
Yeah. That one didn't roll as well because I didn't know who that was. So I couldn't crack. So I couldn't crack that many jokes.
He's not a
You
real
missed
person.
who that
anyway,
was.
so.
He was on the stream with you and Weibo on Weibo's birthday stream, was it?
Yeah, I mean, I know the name and I know I've talked to him, but I don't really know much about him, so I didn't know how to make fun of him.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
You get what I'm saying? Like, I haven't really watched a lot of his content or anything. I'm not saying that I don't know who he is, period. I'm just like, I don't really know much about him. I've talked to him before. I know the name. I've
You don't
seen,
know
you know,
enough to insult him.
right. But I didn't know enough to be like, no, you're not. I'm best friends with him. No, it didn't really work like that.
Beardy, Jesus, I'm drunk. Magog, since when do you need to know somebody to make fun of them? That's what I want to know.
You know, it's just, it helps to know a little about somebody.
Yeah, that's
You know?
true.
You know, I mean, I can make fun of the way they look without knowing them, but I don't even know what the guy looks like. So, like, that was out, you know. You know, I mean, don't get me wrong, I could off the cuff some stuff, but it just didn't feel right, so I didn't roll with it.
Right.
You know,
How did you enjoy? I know you've made videos about this, but how did you enjoy VidCon?
I didn't. I enjoyed all the stuff that happened outside of VidCon.
Right. Well, that's what my brother said. He said next year we're going to VidCon. We are not buying passes. We're just going drinking with everybody.
Yep.
That's the
Like,
best idea.
I don't know, man. It depends. If we end up doing our like a meetup in Vegas, like a lot of people are talking about, I won't even go to VidCon.
True. I prefer Vegas. I've been several times. I love me some Vegas.
But either way, I'll probably go to one of those two events because it's just a good time and I like meeting up with people. You know?
Well, that's why I would go. So, I mean, you know,
Yeah.
if VidCon didn't happen, I would prefer to go to where, even if it doesn't happen in Vegas, wherever it happened, I would just like to meet up with a lot of you guys because
Right.
I'm a big fan.
Same with me. That's the only reason I really want to go. There's not really any other. The only other YouTubers I follow outside of the guys that I want to meet up with, like bigger guys like Joe Santagato, that I would like to meet, they don't even go to VidCon.
Yeah, a lot of people didn't even go this year that compared to the first year it happened. You know? Looks like we got AP the Frog in the chat. What's up, AP? What's going on, buddy? Aren't you guys streaming right now? Aren't y'all watching some shit fucking B movie? Some B horror flick right
He's
now?
like Schmeckel. You know, they start the stream and then they go watch other shit while their own channel is running.
Hell, most of the Kun streams I tune into, Schmeckel just turns it on and lets other people talk.
Yeah, I've kind of every time I've popped into the cunt stream to listen past couple days, I haven't really liked it, so I backed out. That's not saying that they're doing anything bad. It's just they're talking about some shit between YouTubers that I don't even know anything about. So, you know, but I threw the link to Beardy if he wants to come in, but I don't know if it's too late or what. But
Right, he likes to pillage early in the morning.
well,
versus,
I know he has like times where he shouldn't be making a lot of noise or anything.
Whatever happened, is he still going to be, moving to America and rooming with you?
I have no idea. And
I just remember I heard talks about that after he had his troubles.
No, he worked out his troubles up there in Canada, and it was never
Right.
a plan for him to move in with me permanently. But he is going to come down and film for a few months out of every year because he's going to be part of the main show
Yeah,
once
stay
that
with
gets
you.
kicked off. Yeah. So
It was months ago. I heard, a mention about it. Sorry if I misrepresented what was going on. But,
No.
yeah, I just remember hearing something about him coming down, staying with you, making some videos. He promised to make me an extra in one of the villages, like a killed villager.
Oh yeah, once you're here, I'm totally gonna make a corpse. I have so much room for corpses. Oh
I
my
want to
God.
die. I want you to kill me so bad. It's
I had the
my
awkward
bucket list.
experience of trying to arrange 30 people to play the roles of corpses for this next episode, and I couldn't get anybody. So it's just I've got fun camera angles and implied bodies everywhere.
I want Rhino to come down when we do the big show and be like a giant.
Yeah.
Okay.
Rhino's a big motherfucker. Like he's like, how tall are you, Rhino? 6'5"?
Yeah.
Yeah, Jesus, he's taller than me.
TJ Kirk is 6'6" or 6'7".
Yeah, TJ's bigger than I thought he was too. Yeah, but
That actually reminds me, Beardy, in your "I Want to Fuck Your Mother" video, how big was that feller that was beating you up?
Oh, that guy's actually 6'4".
yeah,
Yeah,
it
look,
was.
like, I could tell you were on your knees when you walked up to
Oh,
him. I'm like,
I
this
wasn't
guy-
on my
guy's
knees. I
still
was
freaking
doing that
huge.
whole like dwarf crouch walk.
Yeah.
I'm actually like 5'11", around there.
Right.
But it was dramatic. It was for the fun of it. He's just a huge guy. That motherfucker's arms are as long as my everything.
Are we gonna get another Christmas Carol from you and Vamp this year? Because that song got stuck in my head for like 3 months straight.
I'm making a full album this year.
That's what I love to hear.
Sweet.
I'll pay $12.95 for that shit.
You did, my God, Beardy probably remembers this, at least us saying this, but he came on briefly for my brother and I when we did our Christmas Eve stream. Just seen the weird look we got from my wife's grandmother when we were like, "Hey, Beardy, I am going to fuck your mother."
Right.
And then when he does the pantomime of it, it's even better. I going to fuck your mother. I'm a big
Oh, that
fan,
was good
Beardy.
stuff.
Yeah, that was great stuff.
I loved making that compilation of like other YouTubers. Like we just grabbed Christmas songs from other people, and probably one of my favorites was definitely the one Gulf City did. That shit cracked me up. 5 bada bing.
I forgot about that song. That song was freaking awesome.
That was a good one.
2 in your fucking head.
Besides the Gulf City cartoons, the funniest video I've ever seen of theirs was the one where they put Ghastly in that movie. He's like, "I'm gonna touch your face. I'm gonna touch your face. Slap."
Race Jacobson says, "I want you to kill me so bad." Totally not gay. Yeah.
Totally not gay.
And I saw some. Is there a Patreon link? Yeah, there should be a
Beardy's
Patreon link
like, I
in
wouldn't
the
even
description
kill
of the video. So
Beardy's an indiscriminate murderer. Actually, no, that's not true. He won't kill the bitches until after he's fucked them if he wants to. Very, very firm line there.
yeah, my Patreon link is in the description as well as the Streamlabs, and I do have the Streamlabs open in case anybody wants to donate to my other channel, my little live stream channel here, and help the whole production. Like everything we get from like donations, super chat wise, goes back into the show. And because I've learned to kind of budget myself and live off of what I'm making on Patreon. It's still not quite enough, so in 3 months I'll have to decide whether or not I've got to go get a job, pick up some more cleaning contracts and bring that business back to life, or just go get a normal job somewhere or something. Because I'm not going back to school. I ain't doing it. I ain't taking out loans and shit. My GI Bill is done. I'm done with that shit. Mm-mm.
If you did, man, you'd be way better off just going and learning a fucking trade, man.
Well, I've got plenty of trades. That's the thing.
Right. Well, and you don't need to do that. But, I mean, if you're going to do any schooling outside of high school nowadays, if you're not in a trade fucking school, then I don't know what the fuck you're doing.
Yeah, college is bullshit. I think we all know that. But anyway, yeah, I mean, in about 3 months, I have just enough savings outside of what I've raised to build the studio to live off of with what's coming in for Patreon. So we'll see how it goes. But if I have to, I'll live off the super chat money a little bit too. But I'm trying to put as much money as I can into the back into the production. So I want to do more live shows. I really want to launch Tavern Talks soon. Irate Bear's going to join us on Tavern Talks as a co-host. He's going to create an all-new character and be me and Beardbarian's bartender.
Oh, I like that. Is he gonna have Lord Bear's voice, or is he gonna do?
No, I think he's gonna do all new character because Lord Bear's voice is hard to keep up for hours on end.
True.
So we talked about that in the last live stream I did. That was like early in the morning. Charles Fowler drops a sign in the chat, says, "With one powerful stroke, Beardy can split them in two. More corpses."
You know what, dude? I have a twin brother. We could literally do makeup and make it look like you split one of us in two and like fall to the side, all with practical effects.
Actually, let's just kill your twin brother.
I could do that with one of you, but it can only be done once.
Right. Oh, you know, I get it. It's a one take kind of thing. Yeah.
So we better have
that's only if there's not enough film in the camera.
Yeah, we better have like plenty of cameras set up at different angles because we're only going to be able to do it once, and then we'll have to get rid of the evidence.
I get it. Budget constraints. You have to work around what you have.
Interns, lots of interns.
Yes.
Yeah. No, because you guys are twins. That's actually interesting. I'd love to do I'd love to have like somebody who's got twins and have like this like some like regular characters on the sitcom that are like one's fucking evil and one's like all good.
Well, you know which one I'd be.
Yeah, you've got the mustache and the goatee, so you got to be
Game one.
Well, I mean, it just gets really hot here in the summer. In the winter, I like to get my beard going.
Your
Okay,
brother,
so you'll be the evil twin.
Yes.
your brother's in the chat says, "I'm in the chat, chode boy."
Oh yeah, no, I saw you. What do you think? It said something.
That's funny.
And
My brother hasn't showed up to insult me in the chat.
My brother's the best.
He doesn't have
So
to.
if everybody should go subscribe to the Mistaken Lunatics. My brother does a show. In fact, that's how I found out about Magog, was through my brother. Robert found him and started, giving him shout outs and shit, and that's how I found out about him.
Yep, those are good old days.
Yep.
Rhino, I'm not gonna lie, man. Your microphone is like echoey.
Yeah, wooden floors, nothing on the walls.
How's my microphone? Because everybody always gives me shit
it's
for my mic.
for its volume. It's
Okay, so it is going like fading in and out.
Yeah.
That sucks, man. I don't know what it is, but it's
It's
a brand new headset. And
It's either a piece of shit or it's got some sort of like auto leveling.
it's a gaming headset, so I think it's that auto leveling thing.
Yeah.
I spent too much money on this thing for it to be a piece of shit. But
Yeah.
it really does not like me on YouTube, so I got to go another direction with that. So
Like Rhino, man, I love having you on stream, and you should start streaming more often. And if you're gonna do that, definitely try to. I don't know.
Isolate. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, like I know you can't do nothing about your house because it's echoey, but maybe you can get one of those like fuzzy balls for the end of the mic or something that kind of
fuzzy balls.
get them fuzzy balls on your mic
It's falling
Fuzzy-
every
fuzzy
time.
balls.
and put them up to your mouth.
One of the problems I need to solve is mine are temperamental. Sometimes I can turn on Hangouts, put my phone down, and stream while I'm driving if somebody else is hosting it. And then sometimes I'm asked to leave because they can hear the truck, and it's always on a different channel. And I don't know why I can't consistently have clear sound.
Because you're driving.
me neither. But don't let it get to you. They don't like
I
it.
just bought an actual good mic.
I'm trying to find a headset that'll cancel out the noise.
Is this
I was like, this is how it works. Like, my buddy Sir Conservatarian, I've gotten on his stream several times while driving, and Engine never bothers the stream. But a few months ago, Irate Bear did a call-in stream. I went on there briefly, and they had asked me to leave because the noise was going through the microphone like crazy, and I don't know what makes it.
What'd you say, Rhino?
I said, is this any better? I'm changing the settings on my Yeti.
Nope. You sound just real like
How about this?
loud. Like the loud, it's like loud and bassy and also echoey.
I'm sorry, I'm a man. I know what you want from me.
You should also turn on a light.
But then
No,
people have to
hide in the
see.
dark.
I don't care about that because it's just a bullshit stream, you know. So
Right.
I don't care if he has no light, but
But I want to see Rhino's sexy face. There he is. Yeah, look at that.
yeah, I don't like.
Twice, buddy.
I have my Yeti set to the third one over.
That's what I have too.
Yeah. What about your gain? Is it all the way up? Because that might be it. The gain knob on the back. Turn that motherfucker all the way down.
Check, 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 check. Chickity check. Yes, no.
That's a little better.
Okay. Well, I'll turn it down a little more. Then. All right.
Yeah, I didn't hear any of that. We saw you talking.
Good. Now I can stick my mouth right up on this motherfucker.
Yep, that's too low. Now it's too low.
Oh no.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Nope.
Mike talking right now.
My computer is balancing on some beer cans, so I got to be very careful with it.
Any better?
Yeah, it's just it's way too distorted.
Whatever.
Yeah, there's probably nothing you can do this time around, but I don't know.
I'll have to look into like what do you call it? Doing the whole what's it called? The computerized.
I think you bought your microphone secondhand from a McDonald's drive-through. That's what it sounds like.
Yeah,
It came with a Happy Meal. You fucking kidding me?
Buckethead fan 1991 says, "I'm a driver like hey, I'll insult him if he wants." Got another truck driver in the
If
chat.
someone's asking for it.
I've noticed I have a lot of truck driver fans. It's like, did you guys like instinctually know that I used to be a truck driver?
Well,
Like,
I
is that
know
what it
we
is?
had a chat about it on my channel a few months ago.
Yeah, like it's like Incandescent One's a trucker, Peterbilt is a trucker. Like I've got a lot of trucker fans, you know.
I don't know. I've been trying to shill a lot of the channels I watch to a bunch of my trucker friends because, like, I got YouTube Red, so I can turn your stream on, just shut the screen off, put it in my cup holder, and listen to you guys while I'm driving.
Right. Yeah, I refuse to pay for that shit because YouTube treats me like garbage. So I have to, like, when I listen to YouTube in the car, I have to like leave the screen on. Doesn't bother me none any.
If it was just for short drives, I probably wouldn't. I possibly wouldn't pay for it either, but I don't like leaving my phone.
If you're a
on
driver,
like
pay
that
for
a
whatever.
while. I'll have to.
Pay for whatever fucking makes you happy because you're a driver. You're on the road a lot more than me. But anyway, yeah. So yeah, I did my land video, and I've been working on the new Sidequest overlays, and that's about it. I got chiggers on my left leg from walking out there, motherfuckers.
That's really
Fucking
good.
chiggers, dude.
Say what, Rhino?
We don't use that kind of language.
Yeah, no, fucking things, man. They fucking itch like a motherfucker. Yeah, and I sprayed myself down. It's weird. I must have missed a spot on my left leg, and they got me because, like, I didn't get them anywhere else. I mean, I soaked myself in off bug spray before I walked around out there, and I still ended up with a few chiggers.
If you're the only food to eat, they're still going to find a spot to eat from you.
Yeah. Did you have to dodge any Imperial scouts before they crashed into a tree? No.
I like your matter-of-fact answer.
Yeah.
My brother says, dude, he was there to witness your entry into our world. That's amazing. That's why I'm jealous. He was there to witness Magog's birth into our mortal plane.
Yeah, by witness, he means wait outside while I went into the bathroom and put contact lenses in.
Did he wait outside, though? Did he wait outside?
Yeah.
Or did he hug you from behind?
I didn't let him. I didn't let him in the bathroom with me. That's weird.
I don't know your customs, dude. I mean,
Tell
you
me
come
where
from
you
a
put it
strange,
on.
faraway land.
But your brother really helped me out. I appreciate that, man. Like he helped guide me to the VidCon because I was like half blind with those contact lenses in.
Yeah, I'm so jealous of him. Actually, I'm so super jealous. For our birthday, he got a plane ticket to fucking LA. For my birthday, I got a extendable ladder for work.
Hey, both are useful.
Right?
Ghost of
You're like
Ghost of
Charlie Brown who
Recon.
gets a rock at Halloween.
Ghost of Recon says there's the difference. Army Scouts don't miss.
I want my own seeing eye, Rob.
See guy Rob miss. I should. We should have
as
filmed.
useful as you think.
We should have filmed the skit. I should have taken Rob down because it's LA. I should have taken him to the local sex shop and bought him a gimp suit. Just had him on a leash and showed up to VidCon.
He already has a I'm just kidding. I don't think he has a ball gag. I wouldn't know.
I've seen the pictures.
But yeah, that would have been awesome. I really wish I could have come down and hung out with you guys a little bit. I wanted to teach Sophane how to drink, but I'm moving in September to Florida, and on my way there, I already have a hotel room booked in Atlanta.
Oh,
And
so you're
we're
gonna hang out with
do it up with Pat and Sophane. Good. How to drink and stay up late and have fun.
your mic sucks too. I hate you.
Oh, I know. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, chat. I'm sorry, Magog. I'm gonna fix it as soon as I can. But
You
What are you gonna do?
you non-streamers.
I had an awesome headset, and I forgot it was on my head and got up from a stream to go to the bathroom and totally clotheslined myself. And ever since then, it didn't work right.
Hitsugi.
So I had to get this, and obviously I picked the wrong headset.
Yeah, Hitsugi Himi says first time here. Thanks to Mark. Cool channel. Hey, welcome, first timer.
Oh yeah.
What's up,
Thank you.
Itsugi?
Thank you for the $2 donation. I'm gonna check my Streamlabs too, just in case something came in. I've noticed people don't really donate to
Robert
Streamlabs.
says I have a service animal vest and everything.
Yeah, that joke was over.
I thought I
five
just
minutes
saw
ago.
that was funny.
What'd you say, Beardy?
I've got to jet out. I'm starting to fade out. But
Yeah,
I will
go.
catch you later, man.
Go pass out drunk,
Yeah.
and I will talk to you this weekend about the changes for the show.
Fuck yeah, I'm excited. See
All
you on
right.
Monday for Sidequest, motherfuckers.
Later.
Later, Beardy.
Later, baby.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't wait till that guy splits me in half. Wait, that came out wrong. I can't wait till he kills me on video.
I think it came out
Fake.
exactly how you wanted it to.
You know what? Freudian slips be damned. I'll stick with the first thing I said.
Right. it's you know, like I just like streaming, and so like, yeah, sometimes I just get it. Like most of my out of character streams are like just random when I feel like it, and I don't know if people like that or not. Like maybe I should start scheduling something.
Well, you know the bro code. Like especially if you share an audience with someone. I don't even stream, and I know about the bro code of streaming, and like, oh, you're streaming at this time. I won't cut into your time because
Yeah, I gave up on that a long time ago.
You can't always do it, but
Yeah, I can't. I gave up on that a long time ago because there's just so many streams on you. Everybody streams now, so
Right.
it's just
Well,
it's just fucking impossible. If people get to pick what they watch, it's up to our audience. I can't help it if somebody's streaming at the same time as me, and then their audience would rather watch me, or my audience would rather watch them. That's up to them. I can't force people to watch. I just can go live and talk about what I want to talk about.
I find the more time I spend on YouTube, my biggest problem becomes keeping up with all the people I like to watch.
I
keeping
do
up
what I
with
do.
all that shit.
I try not to cut into any of the stuff that I know is happening, but it's like Monday nights Sidequest. I didn't want to change times. Like that's when people were used to seeing Sidequest from the last season. I can't help it that, like people like Gasoline AP decided to start streaming Monday nights because back when we did Sidequest, they didn't stream Monday nights.
They
So,
stream every goddamn night. It's like the cunt stream. How the fuck are if you're streaming every night,
and
you're not really cutting into other people's scheduled streaming shows. If
I
they
talked to
have
Gasoline about that, and they don't give a fuck. They have their audience, I have mine. It's not a big deal. Like I said, I've stopped paying attention to that unless I'm like blatantly trying to steal somebody's audience, which I'm not. So I'm not even worried about that kind of shit.
There have literally been times when I have 3 YouTube windows open and I keep clicking between them, and I have all 3 channels sounds on, and so I can kind of focus on what one channel is saying at a time and weave it in, listen, but you unfocus a little bit, and all of a sudden you have just 3 people talking over each other.
Yeah, no, that's pure chaos. I don't do that shit. No.
You're switching channels, muting one channel, unmuting other channels. It's chaos. It's chaos. It doesn't work. You gotta commit to one.
Right. Yeah, just kind of banging me up there.
So, Mark, I have to know: have you and your brother ever banged the same chick at the same time?
No. But we have banged different chicks at the same time in different places.
Well,
That's not fun.
Congratulations.
What? Is it fun for me to Okay, I admit I have no problem looking over and seeing a mirror image of me as long as it's in a mirror. But if I look over and see no, dude, twin brother. I'm sorry, dude.
You can't spit roast a girl in London Bridge with a mirror.
No, never done that. Never. Look, I'm not gonna lie and say that certain things, not between me and my brother, but certain things with girls have happened that just picture some situations in your head. Some of them are yes, and some of them are no when it comes to a twin thing. But just like banging the same girl at the same time with him in a threesome, no, that's never happened.
Oh,
Eiffel Tower, no, that's never happened.
You're missing out on the twin experience. I'm just letting you know.
See, I like to think of it as, you know what? Your phrasing works, but a different tone. I am missing out on that twin experience, and that's a good thing for me. That's a twin experience I'll pass.
This is not the type of conversation I was expecting to happen when I invited you guys here.
Twin sex is where it always leads. Every conversation I have always just leads to twin sex. It's a curse and a gift. What can I say?
The only weird conversation I've heard between twins was a couple of friends I had a long time ago. I was staying at their place for a couple nights, and him and his brother got in an argument over whether or not it was okay to walk around naked in your own house.
If you live alone or with a spouse, yes. But small children around who are old enough to know, then no.
Well,
Anything past that. Unless you're hot and you live with me, then go for it. I'm all bad about it.
Hey, Matt, how you doing?
Hi, Matt. Hey, what's going on? Can you guys hear me okay?
Yeah.
Cool.
You sound better than
Your
Mark.
mic is best.
Well, I'm currently on my headset in my car.
Of course you are.
Have you ever gone onto a Magog stream in your actual office, or are you always on your car?
No, look, I'm in Seattle right now. I'm legitimately, I'm in line at McDonald's getting something to drink, and I had an hour to drive home.
Why are you in Seattle?
There was a meetup tonight, and it was some YouTubers, and no one that people I didn't even know. They invited me to come up and check it out, so I was up there for a while.
That's pretty cool of you that people you didn't even know invited you and you went up to Seattle to go do a meetup.
It's
Props.
because it's so close. It's because it's so close, right? Right?
Hi, can I please get one large unsweet tea with light ice?
Give me some nuggets.
Well, you ordered the
Yeah,
gayest
thanks.
drink they have at McDonald's, Matt.
And an apple pie.
It's a 0-calorie drink, and I like it. So you can suck a dick.
Well, you're about to get a dick sucking in a cup from McDonald's, so
Yes, but
That's
I'm
what-
still gonna get my dick. So I'm still gonna get my dick sucked. At least we've acknowledged that's gonna happen. In a cup or other, it's gonna happen.
Give me some nuggets, Matt. Mail them to me. Mail me some chicken nuggets.
I want some all white meat.
Some
I don't even care if there's cheese on it.
So we haven't talked since VidCon, brother.
Yeah.
Well,
it's been,
I mean, we've
VidCon
talked
was wild.
we've talked in Discord, like typed out, but we haven't talked.
No, it's VidCon feels like a dream. You know what I mean? Like it feels like it was so quick. It came and it went. You know.
Yep, that's what she said.
Yeah. I mean, unfortunately, Rhino was there, so we have to deal with that. But you know.
Hey, you know what? Every once in a while, a small YouTuber comes along and just ruins everything, and that's me. That was my job this year.
Damn, Skippy. I mean, wait, what?
I have to be the designated driver and shit.
I was
Like-
actually talking to my wife earlier about VidCon. I was saying if we go next year, maybe I'll see if the guys will let me hang out with them if I offer to be like the designated driver or something.
Well,
like that.
I don't know if there's going to be a specific date yet, but we have been talking about MidCon,
Yep.
which is going to be a big thing in Vegas.
I'm telling you,
mid-January is what I think is going to happen.
the only thing I disagree about this idea is the time. Because-
The time is only because it's like halfway, you know.
Yeah, but I still disagree with that because, like, if it's that close to VidCon, you might as well make it like the weekend before VidCon so people aren't buying like 2 plane tickets months apart. Because there's going to be people that want to go to Vegas and meet.
January.
Yeah, but
Not
I mean,
June.
but think about it. If you did it a week before VidCon, people could fly to Vegas first and then just like rent a car or hop on a quick flight to fucking LA for nothing. You know, like.
That's the easiest drive I've ever made.
I'll say right now, you probably don't want to be in Vegas in June.
That's the only time I've ever been because my birthday's in June, and I go every now and then for my birthday.
That's correct, right?
208 for the large unsweet tea.
Oh, you guys are $2.
We're just
Oh shit!
Yeah.
I
McDonald's
I
order
might have
free.
change. Otherwise, I do.
change the name.
My wallet.
Yeah, put us on speaker.
No, actually, I don't. I'm sorry.
No, you're fine. I can.
Oh, they won't charge his card for $2. They have like a minimum charge amount. Who carries cash? Stop doing that minimum charge bullshit. Okay, restaurants.
No problem.
You too.
Uh,
I rushed out of my house today, and I left my wallet, and I had $1 on me for a
Matt
drink. And
almost just got declined on live stream. That would have been great.
oh, I thought it was a minimum charge thing.
no. It's must just be Seattle, but she was very nice, and she hooked me up. So
Oh, nice. Hitsugi says, I legit spit out water because of that. And Ghost Recon says there is only one type of tea, and that is sweet. I agree with Ghost Recon. And I'm glad Hitsugi, one of our new visitors to my channel, is enjoying himself.
Herself.
Oh, is it a hurt?
Yep.
Yeah, cool.
Did you just
Who
say-
drinks-
And
It's like
Hitsugi, I
diabetes
am
in a
very,
cup.
very glad.
Oh, I
that
can't-
you
I can't-
And Allie sorted your. Sorry, Magog.
Stop yelling on my stream because your mic keeps cutting out. It's weird.
All I do is yell.
I'm sorry, I didn't. I can't really see the little tiny icon on the pop out chat. It's like fucking.
Blame
So-
that. Blame my friend.
I'm a girl. She says I don't want to be in South Carolina in June. I don't fucking blame you. I was born in South Carolina, so I know.
I want to be in South Carolina in any month of the year.
Nah, South Carolina's nice. I like South Carolina.
Yes. Way
I
better
like
than
parts
that
of South
North
Carolina.
fucking
That.
bullshit.
Let's say I like parts of South Carolina. You know, like where my grandparents used to live over in Goose Creek. Like that was a pretty nice place back when they lived there, but it probably isn't anymore.
I have family in North Carolina. They live in a really, really nice area, like on the beach.
Yep. My uncle lives. My uncle and aunt still live in South Carolina, and my uncle owns a construction company that builds like $5 million beach houses on like Isle of Palms and Myrtle Beach and shit. You know, like all up and down the coast of South Carolina. So yeah, that's my uncle's like rich, like super rich.
I would imagine.
I also have a Streamlabs, and it says, Gold City Outlaws, sup Magog, introducing the old school guy at work to Magog, has to listen because it's my birthday. Can I get a shout out to Grumpy? Enjoy your bowl when you get home, legend. Oh, it's split it. Fucking Streamlabs. Legend. Enjoy your bowl when you get home, legend. I'll give you a shout out. What's up, Grumpy?
Was Poe able to hear that? Like, can Poe give a shout out to Grumpy?
I'm more interested in the sound of cop sirens. Is Matt being pulled over right now?
That would be awesome.
It isn't. I mean, it is. I don't know. Maybe. No. I'm still in line. I'm still in line at the McDonald's.
I would
Matt
love to
gets
be
pulled over in
Somebody
line.
swatted in his car.
Yeah,
No,
somebody.
the thing is, I left my wallet at home, so I'm like an hour and a half away from home. And I
You
don't
better
have a
not.
wallet.
You better not. Yeah, you better not run out of gas or get pulled over.
No, I got gas. I'm good on gas. I'm just like I was gonna try to go see Ant-Man and the Wasp at midnight because my girlfriend's asleep. Like I go see the movie, and I'm like, nah.
Oh, that is out.
I
Shit.
don't have my wallet. So I can't go fucking watch it.
Right. Go
So
home
it'll
and. Yeah. What sucks is that it'll still be on your mind. You'll be like, I could still do this. If I go home, grab my wallet, I could go see the movie. And then you'll get home and be like,
Yeah, I mean,
That's
well,
how it
because
works
I
every
went to,
time.
there was like 30 people at this event. I talked to a lot of people, so I'm just kind of like, I'm good. I got my social fill for the day with in real life people. Now let's do some YouTube people.
I'm just chilling. There wasn't a real reason for this stream. I'm pulling a night shift, so I'm trying to stay awake. And I got really burnt out doing animations for Sidequest because we're doing a whole new thing. Because Sidequest got chaotic last episode. I don't know if you know that, but it was crazy. It was good chaotic because it was hilarious. But it was like, we thought that at $15 a super chat to activate the special attacks, only a few people would do it. So we were all like, yeah, we'll just let anybody do it as long as you pay 15. You know, we won't do this once per stream thing. Yeah, we were wrong. We were dead fucking wrong.
Yeah,
But got good chaotic. I see what you did there.
Oh wow, I didn't realize that Seattle had a sweetened beverage tax.
Yeah.
California.
Oh,
Well, I'm in Washington, so.
That would make sense.
Itsuki dropped a sign in the chat and said, dude, I live close to Goose Creek. It's shit. Yeah, it doesn't surprise me. My grandparents moved away from Goose Creek and down to Arkansas so that we could take care of my grandfather after he had a stroke. They moved in like 15 years ago. So I haven't been back to Charleston since.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, I haven't been back to Charleston since I was like 15 years old. So it's been quite a long time. I'm 33 now, so yeah, it's been a while since I've been to Charleston.
I know I said unsweet, and I have a feeling it's going to be sweet.
Are you still waiting for your sweet tea?
No, I got my drink. Now I'm on Martin Luther King Boulevard, so I get.
Don't get shot, dude. Fucking pedal to the metal.
No, it's well lit. I'm good.
Like
You're well lit. I'm about to get well lit. Speaking of, give me a second. I gotta go grab my pipe. I'll be right back.
I thought that they were like, pulling. Oh, there's a guy driving with that headlights on. Yeah, that's smart, buddy. That's smart. Fucking moron.
Mr. Monkeyland says, I have an idea for you. $50 for a super fatal attack, $30 for a serious mid attack, and $15 for bitch slap attack. That's probably way too much money. Like, who would actually pay that?
You'd be amazed, dude.
I don't know. You thought
People used to
$50
pay
too
me.
much money.
Yeah, people used to pay me $50 to say the 14 words. So I'm just saying, people
Yeah,
will
but
spend the money.
the key words in that phrase was used to.
Well, I don't stream as much anymore.
I don't blame you there, man.
People still pay Jeff.
I love streaming, but I don't blame you for not streaming as much because you have like a daughter now. Like she,
Well, I would say, here's the thing: if my daughter would actually if she was on a decent schedule, I could do it. That's the thing. My girlfriend and I get into fights over this because she's like, "Well, why don't you stream in the morning?" I'm like, "Okay, well, I could stream in the morning, but Madison likes to wake up a little earlier now. So instead of her getting up at 10:30 and me being able to stream from like 9 until 10:30 or 9 till 10 or whatever, she's now waking up. She's now waking up around that time because she goes to bed at like 9:30 and she will sleep until 5 when my girlfriend wakes up and feeds her, and then goes back to sleep for like 3 more hours. So she's getting like a solid amount of sleep, and then wakes up during when I'm streaming. So it makes it very difficult to stream in the daytime, and then at nighttime I just don't get the same audience.
right.
So that's unfortunate. And
You're definitely more of a morning show personality.
Yeah, I guess so.
Like I used to just like put your videos on a playlist in the morning when I was driving to school because it was just like, I don't know what it is, but in the morning I want like information of the day. I want to know what news articles are out. I want to know what's been going on.
No, I get that, man. I get that.
And that's like the bulk of morning show radio is talk about like news of the day and stuff. And then they'll play music through the middle of the day. And then in the afternoon, evening times when people are commuting home from work, they'll have some other show that's a little bit more maybe exciting or whatever to entertain people while they're stuck in their cars. So when I was driving at 7 a.m, I actually preferred listening to like you or Styx, Hexenhammer.
Oh, that's good.
Because it was like a morning wake up type of thing, and it got me kind of pumped for the day and got my brain working. It wasn't just music that might put me to sleep. Like if I listen to music in the morning, it better be like heavy metal or some shit. Because I'm not going to be falling asleep at the wheel because I fucking hate mornings. But now that I'm out of school, I'm not exactly a morning person. I'd be waking up at like 10 or 11.
Yeah, those are the best days.
My problem has never been the morning. It's always been mid-afternoon. 1 or 2 o'clock, I start getting a little drowsy, no matter what I'm doing. And that's always the worst part. You hit 3 o'clock and you recover, but
right.
I'm like that about 5 or 6 p.m. I get this wave of tired, and it's been happening for years. But around like it's in the dusk, and as soon as it hits like darkness, I'm fine. But it's like just that, and so like I'll go take a nap. Yeah. I mean, part of it also is the kid, and I'm just with her all day, and I'm tired. But
no, I've been that way for years. Like I get like tired in the late afternoons, like 4 or 5 o'clock in the afternoon. But then as soon as like 7 hits and the sun's going down, I get my second wind, and I'm up until 2 a.m.
Mine's always early
it's really
afternoon.
weird.
Always early afternoon. 1 or 2, and then about 3:30, I snap out of it, and I'm good for the rest of the day.
Boy, I tell you, fucking Spain's got it on point, man. They have like a siesta where the whole damn country takes a break from work and goes and takes a.
That's not Spain. That's Mexico. You think Spanish people are that lazy?
No, it's Spain.
But
it's fucking Spain, bro. I've been to Spain when it happened.
It was a joke.
Racism is never funny.
Yep.
Racism is always funny, Matt. Come on.
I'm not gonna disagree.
All right, hey guys, I'm gonna cut out. We got people over here trying to sleep, so.
All right, Rhino. Thanks for dropping by.
I'll work on my microphone with that streaming thing down.
Yeah, it sounds good. I'd like to have you on more often, man.
Yeah.
It's too echoey, man. I'm sorry.
And don't worry about your mic, Rhino. Everybody's got their own problems. Look at me.
Shut up, Mark.
Yep.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks for dropping by, buddy.
No problem.
Catch you later.
Well, so anyway, yeah, like I said, I just chilling out, fucking. I did a whole video, Matt, on my land. I finally went out there with my camera and walked around and showed everybody my land.
Yeah, that was cool.
I'll have to check that out, man. I haven't really been on YouTube much today.
Yeah, it's on my live stream channel because I'm out of character. So I don't know if you're subscribed to it, but you don't have to.
I'm pretty sure I am.
You are, because you'll pop up in my chats now and again and fucking poke fun at me. And
Well, that might also. I follow you on Twitter, and I might see that you're on Twitter.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you don't have to check it out if you don't want to. But that's about the only thing I've been up to, except for redoing the Sidequest overlays.
Okay. What's really funny though is when you sent me the link for this, I was just pulled into the McDonald's parking lot. And I was getting ready to go on my Discord and open up a chat and talk to people for like the drive home. I'm like, oh, this is better.
Yeah. It's good. I like streaming. I really do, especially out of character, because like in character stuff feels more special when I do it because I don't do it as often. So I can really bring it funny, But like having a secondary channel where I can just chill out of character and have some friends on is really great,
Well, I don't know if you've seen. I've got the I've got my mundane chats channel. It's like it's a secondary vlog channel, but I've been doing this like long form rant called Whatever. I've tweeted it a few times, but I don't think people really know what it is. I just because I got I got really high at the fucking going away party at VidCon, and I bought that microphone.
Oh yeah,
that was pretty interesting. Because that was an expensive investment.
Yep. At least it works. Unlike Mark's.
It works now that I had to. So I had to end up buying a whole other fucking part for it. So that sucks. That was expensive too. All right.
Yep. Well, man, I just I actually really love streaming, but I know a lot of my core audience on my main channel. If I do too many streams over there and not enough edited videos, people start getting fucking antsy. I had that happen when I had to take a break from edited videos, but I was still doing Sidequest. People were straight up like, "This has just become a live stream channel. I'm out."
Yeah, I mean, you're gonna hear that though, regardless of what it is. You know what I mean? Like, you change one thing, like that's not what I came here for, and then you're like, fuck them. Like, I mean, you can't. No, I take it from me, and I've angered enough of my audience over the years that like people are really willing. The people are mostly flexible. The ones that vocalize it, like, don't even worry about that shit. Like, don't even trip, because like if they're not gonna sit there and go with the flow, then who cares?
Yeah, sure.
Be somebody that doesn't like it.
Yeah, of course, but that's also why I created this secondary channel.
Yeah.
Right.
So I can try to, please my audience the best I can. They are my boss.
Hand jobs work really well. I'm just saying.
That's too expensive.
Give me one.
But yeah, I can't wait because I want to launch some more shows, in character shows. Like I want to do Tavern Talks. That'll be the next on the docket, and then I'll probably do one more after that. I want to get to where I'm doing 3 streams a week, and then in between those, I'm doing regular videos, Poe, and these off the cuff, random out of character stuff, and Patreon streams.
Yeah, that's the thing, dude. Is I want to do more shit like that too. I just don't have the time and the energy. I mean, $3 Theater. I've been doing the 1 video a day over on Monday Matt, which is really tough for me to do because I like to do like video shit. But it was recommended to me, when I was in YouTube school to do that.
Right.
When I was at VidCon, I did the industry pass, which is that's like where they have all the classes and stuff.
Yeah.
Was your professor Jake Paul?
My professor is not Jake Paul.
Oh,
that would have been the how to kill your career.
He was the TA, bro. Jake.
He's like, pro tip number 1, find a dead body.
Oh yeah, no. I've got actually over on Mundane Chats a couple nights ago. I did a full. I think it was like 28-minute talk about how Logan Paul faked that entire thing.
Yeah,
So
Did he fake it though?
in my
Did it come
opinion,
out that he faked it?
no, it hasn't come out. But in my professional opinion, having worked on movies and having worked on videos and shit for years, honest to God, the devil is in the details on that one. It was
a little Blair Witch Project-ish, no?
I don't care if it was real or not. The conclusion of it was it backfired.
Oh yeah, no, totally,
And
totally.
He got kicked out of fucking Japan, and he's never allowed to go back. And he lost a shit ton of subscribers because people thought it was fucking disturbing.
He gained more subscribers than he
Oh,
lost.
And Magog?
He did after the controversy. He did gain them, but that first day, he lost a shit ton.
Right,
Then he gained them back. Yeah.
Gained all back.
Yeah, it's horrible that we live in a culture that rewards the worst people. The more you fuck up, the more people hear about you and fucking want to see what you'll do next and shit. Well,
I agree with that. Yeah, I put all this work into my channel. I put all this production work. I fucking work hard. I edit.
Right.
I do green screen effects and magic overlays and all kinds of stuff.
And you got something you can actually be proud of.
Right. And I put out a product that my fans love, and I love every one of my fans. But I only hit 26,000 subscribers in a year, which is real good. But then I'm at VidCon, and there's this 15-year-old kid with 3 bodyguards and a group of screaming teenagers follow him, and he's just 15 million subs. And I'm standing there next to Jeff Holiday. I'm like, who the fuck is that? And he's like, oh, that's that kid that goes out in public and does crazy shit and throws water balloons at random people and just acts a fucking idiot. And I'm like,
who?
You
just described fucking half of YouTube.
That pisses me off. I'm like, I've been doing YouTube wrong. I should have just been going out to public fucking making an ass out of myself. I've got millions of subscribers.
People look at some of the people. I'm real glad that PewDiePie has the fucking lead on YouTube because he's a good guy. Because a lot of the rest of the high subbed people, like Logan and Jake Paul and shit, and fucking whoever else. What's that? The fucking that little kid who was just Lil Tay or some shit like that. These are just the worst fucking people that are out there. They're the most fucking obnoxious.
But the thing is, consider their audience. The reason they have so many is because they appeal to really immature teenagers.
But they're also fads. Someone like PewDiePie, he's been top dog for a while now because one reason is because he's pretty genuine. And
dog, but his videos still can't pull in more than 2 million views.
Yeah.
Whereas Jake or Logan Paul, who have considerably fewer subscribers, have a far more active base.
True.
Yeah.
So
true, but are we gonna even know who this dude is in a year and a half?
I honestly think
is he gonna have a presence on YouTube?
Yeah.
Or is it gonna be the next obnoxious bullshit person and meanwhile PewDiePie's still gonna be there getting his other people may be getting more views on each video.
Yeah, I'll give him a little
much
credit.
longer.
He's got about 4 million average views, I would say.
I know. Oh, poor him.
I
4
know.
million views a day.
Only 4 million. Only 4 million.
Oh, poor Felix.
But look at his Lil Tay video got 11
Only
million.
up 2 or 3 videos a day.
Yeah, but here's the thing too. Everybody was making way more money off of views before the apocalypse. Now everybody's scrounging,
Yeah.
Even PewDiePie's was making
I bet you
hundreds
still
of
make a
thousands of
pretty
dollars
good
a
living
year.
with $4 million.
Yeah.
Don't want to know how much I figured I lost off of that shit. I would go as far as to say, because of the apocalypse last year, I probably lost about, I don't know if I want to say it, but I should anyway. I'm going to say anywhere between about $40,000 to $50,000 is what I lost.
Yeah, it's fucking. And I lost
You probably
because
put in a lot more work too to make up for it, and still
no,
lost that much.
If I did not have $3 theater as like doing that as well, I like would be in a much like the two channels combined equal about the same amount of money, and I have 1/8 the subscriber count over on $3 theater. That is how bad general news is. Like, that's why I'm really honest to God, like looking at the main channel going, well, I mean, I could probably end up just trying some new shit and have it not really matter because it's just not my earning. It's going,
Matt, don't throw away your main channel. I mean,
no, I'm not throwing it away, but it's like, what do I, like, okay, I'll do the one video.
you're breaking up, Matt. You're breaking up.
yeah.
Stories,
You're breaking up, buddy.
Matt, I know
He's
exactly
in
how
the
you miss
McDonald's
it.
Wi-Fi, and his shit's all fucked up.
He's driving in between cell towers.
Yeah, we
Hold
can-
on.
Am I too noisy?
That's so weird.
Now it sounds like he's doing it on purpose.
Matt, I'm telling you, I have an idea to boost your channels. We need more videos of you dancing in a tuxedo.
Dude, that night was
Or
so much
if
fun.
you could get pulled over by the
that's
police
the
right
greatest-
now,
That was the
I
greatest.
know
thing.
that shit would blow up.
Yeah, you guys just calm down. I got a sign in the chat. Hitsugi says, people like Logan Paul come and go, thank God. Yeah, but there's always going to be somebody to take his place. They're like little Bieber clones, man. You know? Oh, fucking hell.
I mean,
Yeah, sorry, Matt. I missed all of that because you were like, right?
Is it any better now?
Yeah, you're better now. You must have been driving in a dead spot.
Must have, yeah. I mean, I'm just south of Seattle International, so it's kind of like whatever. Yeah, the dancing in the tuxedo part. That whole night was so much fun. I was so fucking drunk.
I think the reason why $3 Theater is so more successful for you too is because it is a smaller thing, but a more dedicated audience, and it's something that a lot of people can enjoy. It's not politics, it's not controversial. You're talking movies, and people love movies, and you enjoy doing it. And because you enjoy doing $3 Theater, you probably put a lot more, even without knowing it, you probably put a lot more passion into it.
I would agree. I love movies. I love that whole culture and shit. The main channel. Don't get me wrong. Like I love like talking about weird, crazy shit that goes on. Because I'm very into like true crime and everything else. So it's one of those things where it's just kind of like, it's always trying. And that's where I envy you because you've got your whole character and everything you built. So that's something you get the opportunity to grow and expand on.
I'm even though I have not exactly hit the stratosphere like some YouTubers who will have just like one controversial video and all of a sudden have like hundreds of thousands of subs. I am very thankful that I created something that has more of a dedicated fan base, not just casual observers. Yeah. Because now I'm able to like build a real show out of it. Like Sidequest is awesome. It's very successful.
Epic. You guys were raking in the cash the last side quest with your health bars and shit.
But that also caused a lot of chaos. So I'm working.
It was fun. It was fun for an episode. I know you're revamping shit to like make it more smooth, but that was fun for an episode. Just watching everybody die.
Just even listening to it, it really was fun. Hearing the excitement in everyone's voice, I could tell everything was going on. It was fun. Even listening to the chaos.
The problem with streams like that, especially doing characters,
it was cringe chaos.
Yeah, it was fucking exhausting. Like by the time the stream ended, I was like, I've got to get out of this fucking monkey suit and get a shower and fucking sleep. Like I was so exhausted from laughing so hard. Like my diaphragm hurt because I was so.
And you have to laugh like Magog. You like have to.
Yeah, and I have to do the Magog laugh. So it was like. I lost my shit when it was just like a showdown between Weibo and Errolin. trying to call Beardy gay every 5 seconds. Like that shit, like it had me rolling.
So let me get this straight. Your power is the only one that kills everybody outright, right? Everybody else just does damage.
Yeah. And we did. I did that on purpose so that I could have like one-on-one time with my fans.
No, no, that's a good idea. That's cool.
You know, so I could choose to just have some one-on-one time with my fans and kill everybody off for a minute. You know, it was a good idea, but it's been implemented wrong. So we're tweaking things. We're working the kinks out. So
you got to realize people are going to abuse the system.
Yep.
And Matt, if you have not seen Sidequest, I highly recommend it.
No, I've seen Sidequest. I just didn't see this week's. I'll have to pop and give it a watch.
Yeah, just whenever, man. You know, but it's always fun. And you know, Matt, I've always offered to maybe do a once a month or once every couple weeks. Fucking hop on your channel and talk movies or something, man. It's no big deal. You know.
It's just this scheduled stream times. I just can't do it right now. So
yeah, I understand. I'm just saying the offer's there. It's always there, man. You know.
And Matt, also from my perspective as just a casual fan, there are some stories that you run that there are other YouTubers that would, just slide right into that conversation perfectly. Even if it's not a live stream, just do a fucking collab. Because that werewolf story with fucking, I would have loved to hear fucking Magog throw a line or two in that shit.
Yeah, it's I brought Magog in for a couple videos a while back, and then I also brought like Wizard of Oz in, and it would do well for like a live stream, like a live going over versus I think individual videos. My audience really does like it if it's just me.
Well, your problem was Wizard of Oz. I'll tell you that right now.
Well, I think that's.
But that's.
Wait, am I on the right freeway?
I wouldn't.
Yes. No. Hit the exit right now. Go south.
Just keep driving, Matt. Just keep driving. You'll be in Arkansas in no time.
The last time I did the Drunken Peasants, I went to their place in Seattle, and I took the wrong turn on the freeway. And I ended up like driving east for like 20 miles. And I'm like, I think I'm going the wrong direction because there's like no fucking lights anywhere. And I'm like, yeah, I'm definitely the wrong way.
You ever get on the highway baked and you kind of zone out for a little while?
And you went out.
Yeah, I've done that all the time.
Get a better microphone, okay? Because you keep cutting in and out. Charles Fowler drops a sign in the chat, says, watch Sidequest about 5 times so far. Thank you for your dedication. No, I one of the things I love doing because I'm just like, it's a kind of a hobby of mine, is sometimes I just jump in my car and drive. I don't have a destination. You know?
Yeah.
I just like cruising.
Magog just hates the planet. He's just trying to kill the ozone. He just goes and drives. Happy in the fact that he is.
I do my part.
Increasing his car. Yeah, exactly. You got to think globally, act locally.
Okay, Pauly Shore.
Thank you very much. Thank you for fucking nailing that reference.
Free the mahi mahi. Free the mahi mahi. Love that movie.
Of course, fucking Matt gets that reference.
I fucking love that movie.
Yeah,
I is fucking awesome.
Pauly Shore's old stuff was fantastic. I could still watch Son-in-Law, Biodome any day of the week. I could watch that shit.
Fucking In the Army Now.
Yeah.
Jury Duty was a little like Jury Duty.
That was off.
It was like,
Oh, and there he goes.
You're cutting out again, Matt.
God damn it.
Oh, there he's back. Hit us with that knowledge.
I'm saying it's like I like Pauly Shore, man. I always have.
Yeah, I've always liked some of his older stuff. Like after he like faked his death and did that whole movie.
That
was
brilliant.
kind of
That was-
like Andy Kaufman shit, you know, like
Yeah,
which is
straight
fine,
up. It's straight
but
up.
it kind of killed his career. But I love some of his, like one of my favorites when I was younger and probably still is. I catch it on. If I catch it on, I'll watch it. It's Son-in-Law.
That
shit was funny as fuck. You know, fucking hippie ass California dude going out to the Midwest and fucking working on a farm.
And it had fucking Ham from The Sandlot.
Yeah,
Love that kid.
I loved the cameo with Brendan Fraser. He was like they were at a Halloween party. It was like yeah, and he walked in and like had a frog and he like fucking cooked it with a lighter and ate it, walked off, and Pauly Shore kind of looked at him because he was Encino Man, you know.
Yeah,
that was like a little
another
cameo.
great Pauly Shore movie.
I love it. In the army now, when they're over there in Chad, and in the army or in the cantina, or the fucking, and he shows up as he's Link, Private Link.
Yeah, that's pretty funny.
Back in the '90s when they made comedies.
Yeah, like
they don't make dumb comedies anymore.
Comedies have really died down. They're just not funny.
It's like it's all the what are the comedies that are just coming out now? Like Teacher Fight.
Like
they don't really make pure comedies anymore. It's gotta
watch Teacher
have
Fight.
A dramatic angle. It's gotta have some sort of it's got to be a fighting movie also, or a dramatic movie also,
or just playing
something
fucking
also. They haven't made just a dumb comedy movie in a long time.
No, they make plenty of dumb comedies. The problem is they've lost the connection between dumb comedies that are smartly written and just plain dumb comedies. Like ever since,
is one of the
let me finish my thought here, man. Ever since like American Pie, it's just been like gross out humor. It's like, oh, I cummed in a beer and then some guy drank it at a party. Like, you know, like it's not smart.
Thanks, American Pie.
Yeah, like it's gotten dumber and dumber. Like fucking like Euro Trip.
The Hangover, man. The fucking Hangover, like the first Hangover movie was like really, really well done. And really goddamn.
And then
I mean, there's some gems.
3 other times.
I'm not saying there haven't been some gems, but a lot of it is like this really I fucking hate Seth Rogen.
Oh God, I hate
Seth Rogen with a passion. I don't know what it is about him. He just pisses me off. And I watched Sausage Party and it was fucking stupid.
Oh, it was the dumbest fucking thing.
I haven't seen it.
Oh, I mean, there's a food orgy at the end that might be worth watching, but other than that,
nope, that's not even worth watching. That was fucking idiotic.
That was a joke.
Hitsugi.
I thought Super Bad was pretty goddamn funny.
I thought the death of the dumb comedy was Scary Movie.
Yeah, that. Then again,
they killed that thing. Scary Movie 1 and 2 were great. Scary Movie 3, 4, and 5 were just bad.
I actually liked Scary Movie because the premise was to parody.
Yeah.
And that's fine. Parodies are great.
And that was like the first one of those parodies to come out. Like then they made a billion parodies about every other genre too.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That was the beginning of the death of those dumb movies because that's how they progressed.
I'd say beginning of the end, yeah. But like you got Airplane back from like 1970s, I think.
Oh yeah,
like
I have a drinking problem.
You have the Naked Gun. I mean, space. Anything Mel Brooks touched was.
OJ used to be a fucking American treasure. Okay, let's just all get that right.
So did Bill Cosby. So you know.
Yeah, I don't like a lot of those classics were like, in my opinion, the old National Lampoon movies were like the greatest comedies of all time. And then after that, it kind of slowly went downhill, except for some gems near and then. Like I fucking
what would you think is the greatest comedy of all time?
The greatest comedy of all time.
Greatest comedy of my lifetime. I may think it's Dumb and Dumber.
I fucking hated that.
Good. If I had to give it to one,
Blazing
I think
Saddles.
Yeah.
Yes. Blazing fucking Saddle.
I'd have to say
that is
the best. Who hasn't seen it?
No, nope. I don't know anybody who hasn't seen Blazing
Oh,
Saddles. I fucking love Blazing Saddles.
It's
I
amazing.
think the problem with comedy now is people are too afraid to make something like Blazing Saddles because they'll piss somebody off.
Yeah.
That is the problem with
What's
comedy.
so brilliant about it is there's no fucking fear. Mel Brooks had no fear making that movie, man.
Well, it was also Richard Pryor. Let's not forget Richard Pryor co-wrote
Right.
the screen and really brought a lot of that together. I mean,
Right.
that movie is like it is pure fucking magic, in my opinion.
Yeah,
Yeah, I-
everything about that movie is great.
That line, excuse me while I whip this out, you know that's 100% Pryor, right?
Yep. Hitsugi dropped a sign in the chat says, I love how Rob and Mark sound different but have the same voice. Mark just needs a better mic. Also, hi Matt, huge fan. Totally not fangirling right now.
You totally are. Totally.
And Matt's just, he's loving it. He loves his fangirls.
I can perform on Magog stream here.
Hashtag me too, Hitsugi. Hashtag me too.
Hashtag me too. Yes. Yeah, Jeremy was pretty. Magog was pretty handsy at VidCon, so pound me too, Magog. Yeah.
That was good times, man. I loved meeting up with everybody. I remember the walking in the house. Like you were the only one that I could get a hold of to tell me where the fucking party was, and it was like the first night. And I was even talking to Robert and was all like, "I'm going to IHOP getting some food." 'Cause I couldn't get a hold of anybody, and he was out with some other people, and then he never answered me back, probably because he passed out drunk, and it was like real late, and so I was like, I'll probably hear from Rob tomorrow, So I was like, somebody better message me, and eventually it was Matt, and he was like, hey, I'm at a house, just hanging out with some people, come on out, and I was like, okay, and gave me the address. I finished eating at IHOP, got in a Lyft, gave him the address or whatever, fucking showed up, and these like guys were walking in the door. And it was like this house in like LA ghetto, right? And I'm like looking around going, God, I hope he wasn't drunk and gave me the wrong address. So I walk in behind these guys who I did not know who they were. I'm assuming they were some other YouTubers that I'd never seen before. And they were like looking at me like I was not supposed to be there.
Because you were magogged up, right?
No, but I'm a big ass fucking country white boy that towered over these guys. Just walked in the door behind them like I was part of the party, And I fucking walk in. I'm like, "Is this the YouTuber house?" And they were like, "Yeah, who are you?" I'm Magog. Ooh, I'm like, Matt invited me. Where the fuck is he? So I walk through the kitchen, and I turn the corner, and Matt's turned around, like fucking talking to some other guys. And I just walk up behind him, and I was just like, "Hey, what's up, buddy?" I was like, "Oh shit! Oh shit! It's you!"
Man, I'm sorry I missed you at VidCon, man. I wanted to. You're one of the
there
few.
were so many people. There were people that I didn't outright see at all, and there were people that I only saw one time that I wanted to hang out more with. I mean, this is a problem. Doing the whole industry stuff, I missed out on a lot because I was busy in the day. And like what? Hey, fucking bikers! Jesus Christ, don't cut me off. It's two bikers and shit. Okay, Jesus, that guy fucking was wrecked. What are you doing?
Oh,
dude, it was weird.
No.
I almost broke this motorcycle. Almost was fucking wrecked.
We'll get back. We'll get back to VidCon in a minute.
Yeah.
I just had a brilliant idea for Matt for a new show. Matt's Road Rage. So what you do is you get in your car and you just start driving all over the place and record or do a live stream while you're live, and you'll be like do a movie review of really violent movie, right? And while you're like talking about the movie, you just like randomly be like, "You motherfucker! Use your blinker!" Anyway, this was a great film.
Just go have a split personality, Road Rage Matt and movie review Matt.
I get road rage from my mom. My mom is terrible at it, and I guess I get it from her. So it's like I'm generally pretty chill, but the thing is, these bikers were like, they cut me off, and then like one of them was like weaving around and shit, and I thought he was gonna actually wreck, like right next to my car. So, You know.
Yeah, like now I want to see Matt Road Rage Matt. That's what I want to see.
Yeah.
Work on it. You can have that idea for free, buddy. That way you won't have to give me royalties or nothing because we're friends.
Next car karaoke. No, that
I
shit
tell
got
you what.
5 billion views in the first year. Those fucking videos got 5 billion views
Oh yeah, yeah, they were very popular.
Like Jesus fucking Christ.
Yeah, they used to like all the stuff that used to be like shitty game shows and reality TV have moved to YouTube.
Yeah, actually, Matt Pat talked about that on his panel in the industry stuff about game shows moving, or like the night shows moving over. And the thing is, they realize that there's an audience there, and they're reaching them. And like the thing is, those cocksuckers are taking away from the little guy.
Yeah, no, I mean, there used to be like serious, like there used to be shows like fucking, like random people would get into a taxi, and then all of a sudden the lights would come on, and it was like it was like a trivia taxi game show where they had to, like they could win money in the time it took them to get to their location by answering trivia questions. And it's like now they do that shit on like Lyft drivers do that shit on YouTube to make more money. Like they'll just.
Oh yeah, I know. When I was living down in Portland, there was an Uber driver who had in my complex had a Prius and had like his YouTube channel name on the Prius. And like,
on my way out here.
what is he? Can you guys hear me? Okay.
Yeah. It's just
Okay. My headset's gonna die. I gotta put the battery in. Figure out how to do that shit one-handed.
I'll read out a super chat that I like. Daniel Anderson says, "Mad Matt Fury Road."
He's stealing it. That's happening. He's stealing it. So, real quick, I want to tell a little story about VidCon. I think Smosh Games thinks I'm a stalker because my first day, I just randomly ran into him 3 times within like a 2.5 hour period. So the first time was when I was actually walking to my hotel, and they were walking up to fucking VidCon because my hotel was right by VidCon. And so that's when I was like, "Hey, Smosh Games, it's good to see you," and I got a picture with him and everything. And then after I checked into my hotel, I went back to the Marriott to go, the one right where we all went to, where we met up to have a drink with Sophie and shit.
Right.
And I sat there for like an hour and a half. Place was packed as fuck. Of course, there's fucking hundreds of people there for VidCon. It's right next door. And I sit down. I was lucky enough to get a table. And I invited these 2 guys who were looking for a table to sit down with me. And one of them was from YouTube Kids, and another one was from Lego. And they were kind of hashing out this fucking deal to like YouTube Kids is going to be coming out with like all these Lego shows and shit like that. Like the Lego movie, only
just
Lego shows. Yeah, stuff like that. So because their conversation was like fascinating. I just sat there quiet half the time listening to them. It was kind of fucking crazy how like it was, just a handshake barroom back deal between YouTube and Lego. That probably involves millions and millions of dollars. So it was kind of interesting. But when I was walking out of the hotel again, one of the exits to VidCon is right there, and I ran into Smosh Games again, and I was like, hey, it's just a coincidence. But just 20 minutes later, I was going back to the Marriott, and I ran into him again, and then they started looking at me like I was a little weird. Like, I'm like, I swear I'm not stalking you guys. I promise. And I didn't see anybody else that much, even the people I was looking to see.
Yeah, I've got tons of stories like that from VidCon because I was probably the only person at
He never got
VidCon
around to seeing.
that went out in public in a costume, and so people didn't know who I was, but they were sure looking at me funny.
Yeah, there wasn't a lot of cosplay. I mean, then again, why would there be?
Right, it's not a Comic-Con. They did have like a cosplay day, but I showed up and they didn't bother me about it. Dude, people were straight up afraid to approach me. Like I even had like security guards are like, wait a minute, today's not cosplay day, and they start walking up to me, and I'm just like, I got my lanyard on, and fucking Robert's like leading me, and I just like look over at a security guard, you know, I'm doing the Magog face, and they were like,
All right.
just fucked right off.
They're like, it's like I don't care about a pass. Just go right in.
That's a big motherfucker in a black cloak. I ain't messing with him.
Man, the fucking security at VidCon this year was they put a lot of money in security. A lot more than last year.
Yeah, dude, it was fucking crazy, dude. They fucking security was everywhere. Then again, what do you expect? Viacom bought the fucking thing.
Well, there's also the YouTube shooting, and
Right.
that was a big thing. And then they were afraid, you know, some shit going down. I mean,
They're
I
all
wasn't
sharing pictures of Logan Paul.
Well, some shit.
Watch out for this guy.
Some shit did go down. I was there to. I will tell my grandchildren of the day I witnessed Magog and visit our world for the first time through the evil demonetization portal button.
Yep. I appeared.
It was terrifying to behold, and many were vanquished immediately.
I also heard Chris Chan felt up a bunch of people and got kicked out.
Seriously? Like, are you fucking with me right now, or are you serious?
Like seriously, Chris Chan felt up a bunch of people who worked for VidCon, and they complained, and he wouldn't stop, and they ended up kicking him out.
That wasn't VidCon. That was another convention.
Oh, was it? Okay, I
Yeah,
heard VidCon, but
well, and then the little Ice Poseidon got arrested. Him and Sam Pepper got arrested, trying to do an actual Trojan horse into VidCon. They got into a literally like a paper mache unicorn.
Yeah.
And were live streaming the whole fucking thing. Getting caught and getting arrested, and then live stream getting arrested.
Okay, I need more details on this. Who were they both in the unicorn?
Yeah. Look it up. Ice Poseidon.
You're telling me that Chris Chan and Sam Pepper were in a fucking paper mache unicorn together for God knows who knows how long. Like how many hours to set that shit up? Oh my.
No, it was Ice Poseidon, not Chris Chan.
Yeah, Ice Poseidon.
Ice Poseidon and Sam Pepper. It's just like that. That's somehow like even better on some levels.
Dude, it was fucking lame, dude. I walked around out there for like 4 hours, and I only got pictures with the people that I knew. And half the people walking around didn't know who we were. We didn't have a lot of fans walking up to us going, oh my God, it's Chris Reagan, or oh my God, it's fuck Jeff Holiday. Like, we're all just standing out there like I swear to God, I felt like we were the goth kids in high school that hang out behind the cafeteria, you know? Like,
no, it's because everyone who has like fans there got their tickets bought by their parents. All of your fans.
None of my fans really came except for like Robert. Yeah, no. It's just,
we kind of like hung around like we were the assholes, you know?
Yeah.
These assholes over here. I don't know.
Yep. I did like my sticker. I kept it. Fucking June and Greg showed up with fucking demonetization stickers. The yellow circle with the I stuck it to my lanyard. I was like, yes,
that's awesome.
Demonetized.
Not only does my microphone such on the shit.
Dude, we can't understand what you're saying. Your microphone's fucked up.
Yes, it is. But I am going to have to go, guys. I got some work I got to do in the morning, so I have to get to bed.
All right. Well, thanks for dropping in.
Absolutely. Matt, we will figure out a way to get you on our show at some point.
All right, that sounds fine, man. Yep.
Awesome. I will talk to you guys later, Magog. Always good talking to you. And I don't think... Hey, you have a good night, my good man.
Yep, you too, man.
He's muted right now, but... And night, bro, Chacho.
I'll catch you later. Sorry about the mute, and I'm pulling into my yard.
Yeah, you're all good, man.
Yep.
I'll probably be ending it pretty soon anyway. Like, I think we've been going for quite a bit.
All right. Take it easy.
Thanks for dropping in, man. Yep. No, I had a good time at VidCon. I did. You know, it was just one of those things, you know.
Yeah, I had a lot of fun. I was I was sad to leave because I had to fucking be out the door at like 7 a.m.
Yeah, I didn't. My plane didn't leave until like 3 in the afternoon. But I still like the party was coming to an end because the bar closed at 2 in the morning anyway.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, no, that was what was really funny is some black guy and I were waiting to catch a lift back to our place, and after we left everything, and Quentin Reviews was out there too, and he was like, because we're all bunking together, right? We're all staying in the same place, and so he's like, oh, he's getting an Uber, like, oh, okay, like, hey, Quentin, you headed back home? Yeah. Oh, yeah. So are we. Oh, okay. And then he took off, and like we didn't want to ask him, like, can we get a ride? Even though we're all going to the same place, and like he didn't think to ask us if we wanted to go with him.
yeah. No,
So
there
we
was
just sat there. We're like, all right, whatever, man. It's all good.
no. Who was this? Because you kind of broke up.
Oh, sorry, it's Quentin Reviews.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
He's a good dude. He's a good dude.
No, you know what makes me sad is like other people were taking pictures for me because my camera phone sucked and I didn't bring my good camera. And part of the time I was in character anyway, so it's not like I'd be able to see. But I got all the pictures from everybody except for one. I actually ran into Boogie when I was talking with Billy the Fridge and Ben Pie over at the Marriott, and I got a picture with Boog. But I can't fucking find. I can't remember who took it.
Well,
So,
if only
someone out there has a picture of me and Boogie and Billy the Fridge and Ben Pie together.
That was in character, right?
No, it was before it was before we left.
I saw that photo.
The what?
I think I saw that photo. I think I got tweeted.
Shit, I didn't see it amongst all the stuff that was tweeted. If you know who took it or if you find it, man, tweet it at me. I'd love to have it.
You know,
Yeah, I mean, if you
actually
just come across it.
I actually just thought of something. Boogie follows my wife on Twitter. I might have her send him a DM and ask if he's got it.
I don't think it was him because he just kind of took pictures with us, so somebody else was holding it. I don't know if anybody. You can ask though if she's inclined to do so. He's my fellow Arkansan YouTuber. There are many YouTubers in Arkansas. I only know of 2 for sure, and that's Rum Mug the Orc and Boogie. And myself.
Same here. I know like 2 others that are from Colorado. Not going to name them because they told me on the private conversation, but
so many YouTubers in like fucking California and Texas. Like for some reason, that's just like there's just a ton of them.
That reminds me of something I was curious about as far as VidCon goes. How did Jeff and Memory get a house to stay in? Does there places that'll rent houses out for like 3 days or?
Yeah,
like
it's called an Airbnb.
Oh.
Yeah. I didn't bother doing that because, like, I just rented a hotel. I like going home. You know, like, I like partying and stuff, but I want to go to a place where I can be alone. I didn't want to share a house with, like, 5 other people.
Yeah, fair enough. I thought if I went, I was probably going to just tell my company to drop me off down there and just pay for, like, 3 days worth of parking at the Petro in Ontario and then take an Uber down there.
Well, maybe you can next year. We'll see what happens. I'm still excited to talk to Billy and Ben Pie and Matt a little more about actually doing this this MidCon thing. You know? Because I think a hangout in Vegas would be a lot better anyway.
Yeah, I think a lot of people would like it.
Yeah. Now I thought about doing like a thing where like it's just a hangout, so I wouldn't want to do like a convention necessarily. But what if we did get like a room that had like a 1,200 capacity or something like that, and actually have just like some catering and some booths set up or some tables, and we just like it was a common meeting place for like the daytime, and then in the evening people could just fuck off and do whatever they wanted with their favorite YouTubers. Like, why not do that?
Shit.
I think that'd be pretty cool. I'd show up to that. Be a little more fun than just get an autograph and fucking off for the rest of the weekend.
Yeah, we can hear you, Matt. I heard him say shit.
I hear wind. That's all I hear.
Child of Slanesh says Magog any ETA for Morskar, even a year. No, nothing set in stone. I just don't have the adequate money. I mean, I did a GoFundMe and was able to raise $5K, and that'll help build the new the big indoor set that Magog can actually move around in. It's going to be his magic shop. But as far as the village and the bigger sitcom, I'm going to need a lot more money. And unfortunately, yeah, we could.
Okay. My headset. I think my headset died. Like it wasn't using the microphone. So
that's weird because we could hear driving sounds and you rustling around.
Oh, I was trying to talk and like it wasn't letting me talk.
Huh.
So I'm sorry. My headset was yelling at me to charge it.
Yeah, it's probably just a bad connection. If you're having problems, man, you don't have to stick around. I'll probably be ending it here pretty soon.
No, I'm only like a few minutes from home, but I just got you on speaker on my phone right now.
That's fine.
Because this is like the safe way to go about it, right?
Right. It's a little bit with the speaker on the speakerphone. There's a little bit more car noise, but nothing I can't put up with.
Yeah, I'm sorry, man.
No, it's not. It's not even that bad, really. I mean, it's just a little car sounds, But somebody just asked what my ETA for Morskar is, and I really can't answer that right now. Like, doing the math, like, here's the thing. I think I've been going about this all wrong. Like, I did the GoFundMe, and that's really going to help out build the studio with the nice, big, brand new indoor set, right?
Yeah.
But I've been thinking about, like, the numbers, man, and you know what really sucks? Like, I could totally try to raise like $50,000 to build the village and get the new camera and lighting equipment and hire, the actors and stuff like that to be in the show, which I probably wouldn't be able to do with my following because not everybody has money to just give me or whatever. But you know what really sucks about that whole situation? Raising that lump sum amount of cash, nobody's willing, like it's harder than you might think. But if I could just have like 3,000 or 4,000 of my fans out of the 26,000 I have to give me $1 a month, I would actually be able to build it slowly over time. Like the village and everything. Like, think about it. If I was making enough money to pay all my bills, but had an extra $1,000 to $2,000 a month coming in, I would actually be able to like build one of the buildings for the village every month. Like I'd be able to literally put like $1,000 to $2,000 a month into the production, and over time, over about a 6-month period, it'd be ready to go. Instead of doing like a lump sum thing. The problem is, how do you talk 4,000 people into giving you $1 a month?
Hand jobs. I keep telling you, man. Hand jobs.
Yeah, I think I'd get carpal tunnel.
Well, I mean, do you want to suffer for your art?
Right? But I mean, that's the thing. It's like 4 quarters, less than the cost of a can of Coke every month. And from enough people, I'd have enough money to literally just put like thousands of dollars every month into the production until it's ready to go. But yeah. I can't get that many people to donate to me. Like a lot of people are like, oh, it's Patreon. I don't want to give $5 a month. What if I run out of money? $1 a month. Unless you don't have a job and you're living on unemployment or welfare or something, who can't afford $1 a month?
Well, you're going to have to frame it. The argument has to be, this is what I want to do with it, and this is why it's needed, and put it towards like an ongoing project rather than it just being like, a monthly sum that you get. Like I think that would be your better argument. You'd have to phrase it like that.
Right. It's a weird thing because it's like, We've, as YouTubers, ever since the adpocalypse, have really had to rely on our audiences. And the only reason I have the amount of money I have coming in on Patreon is because of a few generous people that are giving me like $100 a month. Right? Like, I have a lot of patrons. I have like 206 patrons. Most of them only give $1. But then there's those few that are like, here's $50, here's $100 a month. I got one guy gives me $300 a month. That's one guy. If that guy ever got to a point where he couldn't afford that, I'd be out $300 a month. But if I could get 300 people to give me $1 a month, it would make up for that. And everybody involved would only be losing 4 quarters a month. 4 quarters. If I could just get like 4,000 people to give me 4 quarters a month, we could have the sitcom launched by the end of this year. By the end of 2018, I could start filming in January of 2019 because everything would be built.
Well, pitch that then.
But I don't know how to pitch that. I put it in a video, nobody donates. You know, you know how it is. Every one of your videos, you're like, hey, check out the links below. Check out my Patreon.
I mean, I'm very.
And what fucking happens, right? What fucking happens? Nothing. You know,
I get a couple here and there. You know, I mean, and then people come and they go. It's I don't know, man. Like, I've actually stopped doing the Patreon ad in the beginning. You know, it wasn't doing anything, and it's like I don't want to, like, you know, completely inundate people with shit. I mean, but the thing is, it's like you're gonna have your core audience, and they're gonna be the ones that are gonna support you, and that's who you got to play to. You know, like I can send you I don't know. You we'll have to talk more about this off air.
Right. No, I'm not trying to bring up a money thing. I'm just saying the math. The math. If you think about it, like,
the math is there, but you have to then, when you want to get people to donate, you have to appeal to their interest. You know what I mean? So
yeah,
it's like, you know, that's, I don't know, like, I'm trying to think of I mean, I'm very tired, so I can't fully think of everything I want to say, but I don't know. You just maybe look at like online salesman class or some shit,
right?
You know, like fucking talk to a marketer. Like, what would you do about this? You know, I mean, people, like, that's the thing I hate about Patreon. Like, I love Patreon, but I'm also like, you know, when so many people have their hands out, it's like it just becomes this. I feel bad for asking, you know, because it's like I'm like, oh well, I do okay off of AdSense, so then I'm like, you know, I'm doing okay. Whereas like other people I know are like getting fucked over on AdSense, and this is what's keeping them in a place to live.
Right.
So it's like it's just that whole thing. I mean, I've got 161,000 subs. You know, if I got $1 a month from
10,000 of them, yeah, you know,
like the thing is though, like I guarantee you, like, you know, I mean, people they assign value to it, like in. I mean, I'm trying. People will more often than not give you money if they feel like there is, like there's a fear of missing out or something like that. So like have like an exclusive, you know what I mean? Like do some kind of like, not just a patron stream, because I feel like those are kind of like overdone as it is, but like some other exclusive you could give where it's all, you know, like get this behind the scenes like vlog or something.
But that's the thing. I plan on doing that. I plan on having blooper reels and behind the scenes and gift baskets for my higher patrons that have like the whole cast and crew of the sitcom, signed pictures and stuff like that. But I can't get there until I can do the sitcom. You know, like it's a chicken or egg situation. It's like I need the money to do the sitcom. I can't offer the awards until I have the money, but people won't give me the money if the awards aren't there.
That's true.
You know, it's like, but if you think about it, like, here's how it is. Instead of trying to raise like 50 grand from a Patreon or selling merchandise, like I was going to do these art prints and sell them for like $50 a piece and make like 1,000 prints, you know, and they were going to be exclusively only 1,000 prints. So if you didn't buy one, and the 1,000 were sent out, there weren't going to be any more. But here's the thing. Raising 50 grand really scares people. They see that number and they're like, this is my goal, 50 grand. And they'll go, holy fuck that, you know? But if you were like, I can tell you this right now. if I could get to 4,000 or 5,000 a month from 5,000 subscribers giving me $1, I would make the sitcom free. That's their reward. $12 a year, and everybody gets it for free. For $12 a year individually. And then also, if you're a patron, you would get all the bloopers, you'd get all the behind the scenes, you'd get the Patreon stream with the whole cast. That's what I would do. I think I'm going to just change my reward tier on Patreon to just be like, every patron that's like $1 to $20 will get all of that stuff. And then anybody above that will get some exclusive stuff because they're giving me like $100 a month. Those guys deserve to be rewarded. You know, like they're giving me $1,200 a year. That deserves a fucking T-shirt now and again or something, right? You know. But outside of that, I mean, I would literally like the original idea was to raise the money, build the village, get all the actors, get the scripts written, film for 3 months, get all the episodes shot in 3 months, so the actors can all go home, and then edit throughout the year, and then release it all at once, kind of like Netflix, so people can binge watch 30 episodes of the Magog thing. What I would do if I could raise enough money on Patreon monthly is just offer the show for free on multiple platforms, BitChute, YouTube, all that, and I wouldn't bother trying to charge $12 or $20 for the entire download of the season.
Well, no. What you do is you gotta think smart. So you offer that as a Patreon perk, but people can still purchase the damn season if they want to. Like you still have to keep that as an option because not everyone will look at wanting to go through Patreon. They may want a one lump sum sort of thing.
Yeah, sure, that could be an option for people who don't give monthly. They can buy the damn thing for $12.
Yeah. There's also I mean like my girlfriend is like, believe it or not, my girlfriend is trying to talk me into taking my channel on a pay-per-view basis, right? Or like the channel subscription where it's like pay the $5 a month to get access to the content, and I'm like, I don't like that at all. But she's like, well, I mean, people, like some people might do it, and you would make more money from that than you would off the AdSense, and I'm all like, that is true. That is.
It's a numbers game. Yeah, it's a numbers game.
But it sucks because it does suck because you don't want it to be about the fucking money, and it's like but then like as you are emerging into this as being your full-time thing, it kind of dawns on you like, fuck me, like this is a business, and you got to think about like what's next for your business, how you want to maintain your business, and then it becomes this holy shit. Like, see, I prefer, like in a perfect world, I prefer AdSense as I feel it's the most direct form of compensation between the fucking viewer and the content creator.
Yeah, of course. Like, those were the good days because all you had to do as a viewer is sit through a fucking ad and your favorite creator got paid and you didn't put up any of your personal money. It only took a little time. You were getting ad company money. Who gives a shit?
Exactly.
I'll tell you something I heard today that was bullshit. Sinatra was saying he found out that they're playing ads on his videos, but he's not getting paid for them. They're playing ads on his demonetized videos.
I've heard some stories about that where YouTube is still running ads on demonetized videos.
But hold on. Here's a question though. When he says, because this is where we have to clarify, is it demonetized as in the yellow sign, or is it demonetized as in the
white dollar sign with the yellow circle means limited to no ads.
So there's still ads that are running.
Right.
Whereas if it's a black dollar sign with a strike through it, there's no ads running on it at all.
Right. If it's the yellow coin, it still runs ads, but they're limited ads. They're basically ads from advertisers who don't give a shit.
Which are like really low paying ads.
Yeah, which are real low paying ads.
I'll put it to you like this. Yesterday's episode of my show, $5.17.
Yeah, that
was yellow. That was predominantly yellow. Today it went green. So
you're a robot again, Matt. Give it a minute. You're a robot.
Again tomorrow.
You're a robot. I'm sorry, buddy.
But then today's episode was fucking yellow as well. So it's like
Matt, you're roboting.
I'm gonna be home and like, yeah, no, I know, I'm not saying anything. Give me a minute.
Yeah, you're.
Or mute me if you can mute me. I'll be.
Yeah, you're coming back. I think you hit a dead spot again. Is all. Okay, I think we can hear you now.
Okay, I'm almost home. I'm in the woods.
Yeah,
So-
yeah. You just driving through a dead spot. Yeah, but I think I got the gist of what you're saying. You made like $5 and something, and that was limited ads, but now it's back to green.
Yeah. That's the problem with it is like the limited ads, man. They don't do fucking shit. But I mean, it's something. And when you're doing one video a day, and it's like it gets hit with that yellow, because I have to manually monetize my videos now. I don't know why.
Yeah.
But it's the algorithm. That was the thing. The algorithm apparently, you want to, it will it learns off of the what the fuck's it called, the appeal process. So like something will randomly get flagged in your video, which gives it demonetization, but then when you appeal it, it then teaches the system what's allowed and what's not allowed.
Right.
That's what they said at VidCon. I got no fucking idea.
Let me take a break here because some people dropped signs in the chat. Mooberry P says, "Please, oh my God, that would be amazing." I'm assuming she's talking about, getting like 4,000 a month to be able to just start building the show right now. Charles Fowler says you should do a "We Are the World" Magog ad, and if you need a free background actor once more Scar becomes a thing, just hit me up. Says Child of Slanesh. That was kind of the selling point too of raising money from the fans. I was gonna allow patrons to come out during the filming period. Come on down to Arkansas and be a background person. Get in some medieval gear, walk around the village. Or be somebody that gets killed. Be somebody who gets fucking murdered by Magog and Beardy. Depends on your acting skill, but I'm trying to make this like a community thing. And then I noticed something in the chat that I thought was real interesting, and that was Buzz of the Hive came up with an interesting idea. I kind of like this. Buzz is a good dude, funny comedian, and he makes really cool fucking little fucking trinkets and shit. But he says sell names on bricks of a building or a patron wall. And that actually gave me like a really great idea. That would be awesome. If I could build like a stone castle wall as part of like the village and then like etch patron names into it. That is a really good Buzz. I'm gonna take that idea. I owe you, brother. I'm gonna fucking put your channel link as the idea maker for that.
That sure reminds me of an idea I was gonna ask about. I know you got like 8 million trees to clear off of that land. I was curious about some. Are those trees good enough that you could possibly like cut lumber out of them and use those to build the village?
Most I'd get out of those thin pines or fence posts. I would love to be able to keep some thicker lumber. It's a lot of it is really young pine. It's tall, but it's real thin. Most of the trees out there are under 8 to 10 inches in diameter at its trunk. Like, you got to understand, southern pines don't even have a root system. They're just a taproot. So they're just basically like a pole. Make great fence posts, but I don't have a portable mill to run them through and turn them into fence posts. It'll get handled. I'll find some lumber. Don't get me wrong, some better lumber than what's out there. What's out there is literally just like saplings that have gotten too big. We just let it run wild. We should have been out there every couple months brush hogging it, man. Most of the bigger trees I'm keeping. I like shade trees, and I want it to have this very natural feel to it. So we're only taking down pine, mostly. Pine and cedar. Like most of the hardwood trees, we're leaving up.
Fair enough. I didn't know what kind of trees grew down there. I just remember I just remember a lot of the times I went through Arkansas, like if I went up Highway 71 or the Texarkana, I'd see a bunch of log trucks coming down. So I was thinking,
Oh, no, there's a lot of logging in Arkansas, but my particular land has not been growing that long. Because when we first bought it, it was fairly cleared, and we tried to keep it up, but eventually we just let it go wild. Child of Slanesh says, yes, I can wear my medieval shit and get murdered. My dreams have been made. Yeah. And Mooberry says, I'd be down to be a creature or something or help with makeup for the set. I'd love that. I'm trying to build kind of a grassroots sitcom that involves the entire community. You know, it's like, you know, talking to Matt, I don't know if he's just, you know, he's lost his headset or whatever, but
No, I'm here. I should sound better now.
oh, you sound great. Yeah, I don't even hear any car noises.
Yeah, because I'm in my driveway. I'm on Wi-Fi.
Okay, yeah, you sound much better now. I don't, yeah, but yeah, I mean, like I said, I mean, it's possible if just enough people believed in the dream to give me $1 a month, I wouldn't have to raise $50K. So I've been thinking about that. I'm like, should I try to raise like 50 grand by selling like art prints, or should I try to get the base of my subscribers to just give me $1 a month and hope that a few thousand of them do it, you know?
So you can always try the subscriber thing. Worst case scenario, you're just back where you started.
That's true. But like Matt said, it's kind of hard to open up your hand and have you know, go to your audience and be like, please, you know, it hurts the pride. I didn't even like starting the GoFundMe, but everybody was like, just fucking do it. You know, and I finally talked me into it after after months of just being like, I don't want to ask for money. That's like begging, you know?
Oh, I know, man. I mean, when I asked for help last year with my cat and surgery for my cat, like, I caught a lot of flack from people over that shit. You know, like I didn't even want to do it, but I needed to, and my cat's still alive, so that's fucking awesome. People were great.
Right. Yeah.
But, like, there's that, like, I don't like asking for help. So
yeah,
I always feel really weird, and it's one of the reasons why like I don't do a lot of collabs, because I'm just like, I don't want to fucking bother people. I'll just do it myself.
Yeah, I'm kind of the same way, except for the people that do like characters. I want to work with people. I like working with people because it benefits us both. Collabs are different, in my opinion. I'm not asking just because I want to boost in subs. I'm asking because I want to genuinely work with that person. I love their content or whatever have you. That's what I was telling Undoomed. I was like, I wouldn't even like if me and Undoomed did a collab. You know, I don't want to bother him, but I would want to do it because my fans want to see it. I don't even care if he puts it on his channel. I'm not looking for a sub boost. I'm not trying to mooch off of him. I want to do a collab with Undoomed because I want to work with the guy. I like him. He's a friend of mine. You know, like, you know, you get what I'm saying? So it's like, it's different depending on how you approach it. Like, I'm going to get the subs and the followers eventually if I keep working hard. I know I will. So I'm not worried about like, oh, will you work with me so I can get a sub boost? I only ask people to do a collab with me because I want to work with them, and I know my audience would probably love it. I could care less if they put it on their channel. I'm not trying to mooch off of them or ride their coattails. But at the same time, this is a wholly different project that's going to take a lot of money. And so I'm stuck between this world of like, this is all it takes. This amount of money right here is all it's going to take. And I'm stuck between that and I don't want to ask for money. That looks like begging, because I've always made my own way in my life. I've always had a job. I've always paid my own bills. I've had help from family from time to time. Everybody falls on hard times, but for the most part, I've always worked hard and made my own way. And it feels really weird to suddenly be in a place where I'm like, please give me money. You know?
No, I totally get it, man. I totally fucking get it.
You know, like, and that's what sucks about the adpocalypse, bro. Like, God, at 26,000, if the adpocalypse hadn't happened, at 26,000 subs, with most of my videos getting 10 to 12,000 views, plus Sidequest being very successful with the super chats and stuff like that, I'd be doing just fine without having to ask for Patreon money. You know, I'd be doing just fine.
No, I hear you, man. I hear you. I mean, like, if I didn't have the foresight to fucking make $3 Theater last year, I'd be boned right now.
Oh, yeah.
But the thing is, it's an ever-changing medium. And so ultimately it's like this. If you can create something that your audience can find value in, and they can, you have the Magog show. You're going to have the inside jokes. You're going to have the memes, and they feel connected. They will gladly come and do that to you. Do that for you. They'll support it financially because they feel like they're connected and part of it. And that's a big thing. Like it's, and I will fully fucking admit, like one of the biggest mistakes I ever made was when Gamergate happened and I ended up getting the audience that I got the boost for everything else. I don't want to say I took it for granted because so much was happening at once that it was just trying to like hold on and like keep going. And I didn't really cultivate much of an audience. People came in because it was like, this is what's happening, but I didn't really spend the time to like get to know them.
Right.
And so that's the difference is like, so there's, of course there's like the memes of like, turn off that pesky ad block and things like that. But it's, like not everyone knows that. Like I was at the thing tonight and people recognized me and I made the turn off the pesky ad block joke and they're like, I don't know what that is. And I'm all like, wow.
Yeah.
Like I was like, okay, cool.
Now I had a question since I have you on.
Sure.
I've noticed, because I watch your stuff, man. I'm a fan.
I'm sorry. Yeah, I know. I feel bad. You shouldn't.
I mean,
Find better content, Magog.
some of it's shit. I'm not gonna lie.
Sure.
But some of it, it just depends on the headline because I don't have a lot of time to watch YouTube. I'm like you too. I got stuff to do. But I've noticed for a while now, since I got back from VidCon, when I go to your videos, you actually have your own like merchandise link or something. You know how like that little ad link will pop down underneath the video?
Yeah.
How the fuck do you do that?
Were you not paying attention at VidCon? I told you about this.
No?
I don't know if it's for everybody. I don't know if it's for everybody yet. It might just be 100,000 subs plus. I don't know.
Yeah.
They keep a little bit of that elitism, but they did partner with Teespring, and I can run the thing through there.
Oh.
Now, has it translated into any sales? No, it hasn't.
Right.
But it's there nonetheless.
A little custom.
It's fine, man.
Yeah, a little custom ad thing is not a bad thing. I was just curious how that happened. I was like, I don't, like I've never seen this before. Child of Slanesh says, if you have an attachment, I can't remember what it's called, but it lets you turn a chainsaw into a lumber mill effectively. It's cheap, and you can turn the cheap pine into workable lumber. He also goes on to say, turn random walnut into a trailer bed with it. I would totally look into that if I cared about keeping that pine, but I don't want to use pine. I don't want to use the pine that's out there anyway. I'll probably, what I'm planning on doing with the village is actually building. I'm probably going to build it all out of like treated, it's hard to describe, but you can buy literally like slates of like natural wood that hasn't been sanded to be smooth, like 2x4s. You can actually buy like sheets of this like pallet wood, kind of looks like pallet wood. It has the knots still in it and the holes and stuff like that. And, but it's treated. I'm probably going to just get fucking pallets of that and build the little houses and shit. And custom cut my, my wood shingles and stuff for the village houses and stuff. Can't be anything modern up in that motherfucker. It has to look medieval. So might even look into creating thatched roofs. I'm gonna watch a video. I had a video saved in my on YouTube. I had a video that shows you how to thatch a roof. That'd be cool. The problem with thatch is it's made of hay and it goes bad very quickly. Like you have to thatch your roof like every year.
Oh, that could be a little bit too much maintenance and shit.
Right. So,
well, man, I gotta run. I gotta use the bathroom really bad.
No, yeah, go do what you do, man. I appreciate you dropping by. I'm glad we could have you on your long drive home. You had somebody to talk to. Yeah. Now it's time.
I appreciate it.
Now it's time for you to go to bed, but don't be a stranger, man. Hit me up anytime.
Yeah, I know. It's this weekend I'm fucking busy, but then things return to normal on Monday. So
yep. Well, I got Sidequest on Monday, but yeah, let's talk soon again.
Well, yeah, I'll try to tune in. I'll see. Hopefully, I'll be around. What time is it on again? It's on what time?
It's on my main channel Not this channel, but
Mhm.
my main one at 7 p.m. Central.
Okay, so that'd be 5 p.m. Pacific.
Yeah, 5 p.m. Pacific. Pacific.
Yes, specific. There we go.
Yeah. But if you can't
All right,
make
cool.
it live, if you can't make it live, it's no big deal, man. But it's always good to talk with you, man. And anytime I do one of these streams, I'll throw you the link, and if you're not busy, hop on in, man.
All right, sure thing, man. All right, you guys have a good one, and I'm gonna go drop some kids off at the pool.
Yep. Have a good one, man. Go lose 5 pounds.
Damn straight.
Later, bro.
Yeah, later, man.
Child of Slanesh says you could use the pine for shingles. I could.
It's not a bad idea. Save a little bit. Like, my thought when I thought of that was, well, it might save you a little bit of money on buying the shit you need to build the village, and it might even look a little more authentic to the times that Magog is set in.
Yeah, I mean, if there's any usable lumber out there once it's taken down, I'll go and look at it and make a separate pile. Have the guy that's cutting it all down for me. I'll even make a separate pile of shit I want to keep. Problem is that even if there is any, because we're only clearing 150 feet of that first 2 acres. So a lot of that is just underbrush. It's a lot of just bushes and weeds and that have gotten up to your fucking chest, like they're fucking just massive gumball trees and shit like that. And most of that's just going to get run down and burned off, man.
Yeah, I remember cutting that shit out of we got a small grouping of trees in my parents' backyard. I remember cutting all of that crap out of there so we could turn it into a little barbecue area. I love the area that we got now because it's all cleared out, but clearing it out freaking sucked. There were just a bunch of tiny branches.
Yeah, that's what a lot of my land is. In the video, it looks all thick and shit because it's fucking summer and all the leaves are in. But if you saw it in the wintertime, you could actually walk through it. There's not that many trees out there. It's just all, when it all grows out, it's all branches and shit filled with leaves, and it makes it look all full and lush. But it's really not that bad. We just got to knock some fucking pine down, And the problem with keeping the pine, though, what he doesn't burn off, if there are some pine that I want, who knows how long it's going to sit up there before I can use it, because I can't build a village. I ain't got the money because it's not just the wood. Like even if I had a mill to slice the fucking pine into planks, I'd still need a lot more lumber than we're cutting down. And I would need to actually have the time to build it, and it would take money because I plan on, also filling, like, this village is going to look like a real medieval village. It's going to be filled with life. Like, we're going to have like entire props and stuff inside the homes. We're going to have shelves and beds and and tables and stuff with candles on them that have melted wax going down the sides of them. Like, it's going to all look legit, and it's easy to do, but it costs money because I can't do it on my own either. I have to hire people. Like, I have a few friends that are willing to help me out, a few patrons that said they'd be willing to drive down to Arkansas and help me build the fucking thing, but I can't rely just on the good nature of people that, like, I'm going to have to hire some motherfuckers who know how to build buildings, who know how to build them structurally sound and stuff like that. And I want to build every building up on what is essentially just like, not stilts. They're not going to be built on stilts, but they're going to basically be built on running boards, so that I could literally get I could rent like a big industrial forklift and fucking come up behind the building and fucking slide the forks under it and lift it up and move it.
Oh yeah, I see what you're getting at. My grandpa, he built a shed that we currently have on our property after he passed away. But
yeah, you essentially
yeah, like when he first built it, he actually used 2x6s and built some sleds underneath it, so that he could use the winch on his gooseneck trailer and hoist it up there if he ever moved.
Yeah, you could take it's essentially all the medieval buildings except for the mead hall are going to be built to be able to move around. Because I want to be able to, like, let's say I get another plot of land or something that's a lot bigger. I can move most of the village, and not have to rebuild it all from scratch. I'd have to rebuild the mead hall because the mead hall is going to be more of a permanent fixture. It's actually going to have a real bathroom in the back that won't appear on film. It's going to have probably like a real kitchen and stuff, so that when people do come down to film, I will have like an actual air conditioning meeting place that also doubles as the big old, tavern or whatever. But outside of that, most of the houses and stuff that the villagers live in are going to be built on skips, so that I can move them around easily.
Just a thought. Are you gonna put any of those goofy, like medieval versions of modern technology, like for example, like the shit they did in the Flintstones?
No, this is all kind of serious. Like, there's going to be some things because it's a fantasy world, so there's going to be like I'm going to have like a well, that has nice stone around it. I'm gonna probably build some stuff that kind of looks like it belongs more of a magical medieval realm instead of a regular medieval place. So there's going to be like trees with like, I'm probably going to, build it myself, but there's probably going to be a central tree in the middle of the village that's going to be a fake tree so that I can build it high, concrete it into the ground, and then the leaves on it are going to be fake. And they're going to be like weird, like a neon purple color, and it's going to be like a Nelk tree because Magog has these, the Magog's realm has these magic trees in them. Then I'm going to fill it with like fucking outdoor lights and stuff that run off of batteries, so I don't have fucking cords running down. And it's going to look like it has like flickering lights and shit in it. It's a magic tree. There's going to be some stuff like that. But I've been watching a lot of videos on like set design and how to build like movie sets. Like you look at the behind the scenes on how they built Rohan for Lord of the Rings. They literally built that. It was like an entire village with a giant fucking Viking like mead hall Viking like fucking Jarl's Hall at the very top of the hill. And they found the location in New Zealand and literally like rented it and just built the entire village just for that fucking movie, for the Two Towers.
Oh, yeah, I've heard some stuff like that. Like it's a different world, but somewhere in the desert is the Mos Eisley spaceport from Star Wars. They actually built that entire village, and I think it's still sitting there today.
Yeah. I mean, they built the Hobbit village too in New Zealand, and it's now a tourist attraction. They kept it. You can actually go to it and fucking run around. Asterisk Lore drops 20 in the chat. Thanks, buddy. Learning how to make LARP equipment. Perhaps I can pitch in making certain products to help go towards the show. As soon as I learn how to make a decent foam sword, I'd love that. I'm looking for help for anything because I'm looking at trying to get like custom weapons that look real on camera, but are safe for the actors to use and stuff.
One thing I'm hoping to try my hand at when I get home, just because I thought this would look cool, it's been a long time since I've worked with it, and I haven't had time to buy the equipment, but I want to try my hand at charcoal drawings again, because I was hoping to try and make some wanted posters for, like, Magog, Beardy, Weibo, and the last chick whose name I can't pronounce.
Erlyn.
Yeah, her. Make some wanted posters for the Sidequest characters and send them to you guys.
Yeah, I've had a similar idea. I've been doing some wanted posters just for something separate. Gulf City Outlaw says, I'm an excavator, piling rig operator, and concreter, and I'm keen as for a trip over for a month or so. Would definitely be in for hiring some equipment and helping out build if keen. I'd love, yeah, fuck yeah, man. Once I've moved up to the property and the building's built that I'll be living in, which is going to be my studio with a little apartment off to the one side, a bedroom and a kitchen and a bathroom. Very basic. It's basically going to be just one big old open building, open floor plan. And the rest of it, like, I'm literally going to be living in my Magog set. Because, outside the kitchen and stuff, I'm going to have like a false wall up to separate the kitchen and the bathroom and the bedroom and everything. The rest of it's just going to be open, and I'm going to build the entire like Magog's magic shop in there. Once that's built and I'm living up there, depending on how much money I'm making or how much money I can raise, I could get started building this village as soon as this year, later on in the winter or early next year. It just really depends on how much people want to support this and see the show come to fruition.
Actually, curious question. Speaking of winter, like, does Magog's world get a decent, like, snow-covered winter?
Well, the world does.
Well,
There's different kingdoms. Are you talking about
like,
more? Are you asking about more scars specifically?
that's somewhat like it, like, because I was also going to follow that up with if your area where you have the land gets enough snow that you guys could do like winter episodes.
We'll be filming in the late winter, early spring anyway, because it's too goddamn hot and there's too many fucking snakes and bugs out in the summer to film a show like this. Most of it's gonna be filmed in probably from like March to May before it gets really hot and all the bugs come out and stuff. So there's not probably going to be a lot of snow. We do get snow here and ice, but that's in the dead winter. And I'm probably not going to film in that because that's really dangerous for electrical wiring and fucking lighting equipment and cameras and stuff. They do not like that kind of shit.
Yeah, fair point. I don't go through Arkansas hardly ever during the winter, so I wasn't sure how harsh your winters were. The most I went there was when I worked for Southern Refrigerated, I went to Texarkana a few times. That's where the yard is, and usually they didn't get that cold of a winter. It was chilly enough for me to put a jacket on, but for the most part, all they got was rain.
Yep. No, mostly what we do get is rain, but in the dead winter, like February, January, we'll get ice storms. We'll get fucking snow and ice, for sure. We have 4 seasons here in Arkansas. It's not the deep south. We're right above Louisiana, but below Missouri. Most of the state of Arkansas, northern Arkansas, is in the Ozarks. Like, so we get 4 seasons all around. Mr. Monkey Lit says, "Can I offer art for funny T-shirts, Dark Lord? Also, I know a props guy who makes prop weapons. I'll take anything. Anything you guys want to help out with, and if you give me something, I'll put your name in videos, or try to pay you back by shilling your own channel, or just putting your name in the credits, or whatever have you." And Child of Slanesh says, "If you need snowy land, I could provide." Well, if we ever want to film something like that, we'll have to find locations and film out of Arkansas, which means loading up in a bus and heading up north with all the actors. So it really depends. Try to find an investor with deep pockets. You might be able to get enough money to cover all of the upfront costs. Yeah, the problem with investors is they want their money back plus interest. And what happens if I don't deliver? That, and I have yet to meet anybody who has deep enough pockets to fund this. I'd have to go to banks and shit and try to pitch a small business type of thing. And you know what would happen if I walked into a small bank in Arkansas and been like, "I'm trying to do a sitcom"? They'd laugh me out of the fucking bank. I'm trying to fund this purely off of the fans, and everybody will get their money back in the show. Everybody who donates will have their name in the credits. They'll be able to come down and be background actors, and they'll get a fun show to watch. Like I said, $1 a month, that's $12 a year. That ain't a bad price for like a 30 episode season of a fucking awesome nostalgic fantasy show that kind of has that feeling of, like Hercules or Xena or something, I'm trying. I work really hard to get the best production quality that I can out of every single thing I do. So, this show's going to be no different. There's going to be, magic effects. I'd love to make enough money to hire a CGI artist who can design dragons and stuff like that can be part of some of the episodes. It'll still kind of look a little cheesy, like the 90s, but that's kind of the charm of it, Is Rufus coming along to Nightshade Village? I'd love to voice that glorious beast. If I can design him, if I can find somebody to help me animate him in 3D. I'm not the greatest 3D artist. I may know a lot of other things digital art-wise, like logo design, and you guys seen my overlays for Sidequest and stuff. I'm pretty decent with Photoshop, but this shit is a little. It's really ambitious, and I don't know. We'll see what happens. Up until then, though, once the property's done and I move up there, people are going to be getting more unique content. It's not going to just be Magog sitting behind his desk yelling at some SJW anymore. You guys are going to get some more scripted stuff. You're going to get more live shows, interactive live shows, because I'm going to have a whole set, indoor set for Magog to walk around in and immerse yourself in and all the little details and stuff. And I'm going to start getting friends to get costumes and stuff and come into the magic shop looking for some bullshit. You know, there's going to be a semblance of the sitcom in new episodes once I move up there. There's only so much I can do in this tiny apartment. That's all I got to work with back there. That's all. That's it. And so it's very limited. My creativity is limited by my space right now. But once I move up there, that $5,000 I raised from the GoFundMe was really helpful. That'll probably, like, once the building's up and it's livable and all that stuff's from the loan, that $5,000 is going to go into building Magog's shop. We're talking shelves and props and all kinds of lighting and like interesting magical artifacts and stuff like that, all lying all over the place. It's going to be fun. So I'm just going to grow the show slowly. Just going to grow the show slowly until I'm able to do a full-blown sitcom. So
Speaking of props, you found out a way to possibly make Poe animatronic.
Oh, I had a fan working on he was going to 3D print Poe up and make him animatronic, but it turned out the bones were too complicated for the 3D program. So I don't know. We'll see what happens in the future. We'll try. So Fury in Finley says, with costumes, how original would you want them? Well, I'd love to do all original, but that shit's expensive. You got to hire seamstresses, and they've got to measure my actors and all that stuff. It's probably going to be a blend, just try to create the stuff ourselves, order different things from some of these websites out there, make costumes and stuff for like Halloween, and then bring them in and add things to them. Like, you get a basic medieval shirt and pants pretty cheap, right? But then what you do is you sew patches on it so it looks a little worn, or you add fur to the shoulder or something like that, make it a little bit more unique. And that can be done kind of on the cheap by me or a few people that I know that are going to help me out with stuff like that. I'd love to be able to hire an actual prop people that'll just work on props for me and costumes and stuff. But you're getting up there into like actual like movie production level where I've got 12 employees working for me. I don't think I'll ever make enough money for that, because these people would need to be paid. And if they don't work in Arkansas, they'd have to work from home and send me the stuff. Like, it's very complicated. It's a very ambitious project, and I get that. And that's why a lot of people aren't keen to donating, because they don't know the product. They're essentially buying something that doesn't exist in the hopes that it will exist. And I get why people are a little standoffish with that.
It's essentially investing on a smaller scale.
Yeah. Essentially, that's what it is. Instead of finding one investor with millions of dollars that can give me $100,000 to start this project, my fans are the investors. And what they get in return for like $1 a month, if enough of them give me the money, what they get in return is just a really badass show and their name in the credits and the opportunity to get behind the scenes stuff and signed autographed pictures and live streams with all the actors. Like, I want to do these big group live streams where everybody sits on a couch and we have a 360 camera and we stream live, to all the fans and have the opportunity to buy unique merchandise with coupons and stuff. Because you gave money, you'll get like 50% off of new like merchandise for the show. And like, that's how they make their measly $12 a month back, by being rewarded with just a fantastic production. Just a fantastic production, something they can enjoy time and time again, that they can show their family, that they could sit down and watch and like binge watch and fucking eat dinner and shit and really fall in love with it,
Yeah. But although I did have a funny thought when you mentioned rich investors, be funny as hell to see Magog in costume walk onto fucking Shark Tank.
Yeah, I don't think I'll be doing anything like that. However, if any of my fans win the Powerball and want to give me $1 million to do this, I'd be really grateful. Oh, that's funny. But that's what I would do if I was a fan. If I was a fan and won Powerball and won like 390 million, I would totally like get on a hangout with all my favorite YouTubers and be like, "Hey guys, how much you need? How much you need? I am here for you." I'd do that in a heartbeat. Unfortunately, I don't think I'm ever going to win that fucking thing. I play it now and again, but I've never won.
Oh, hell yeah. My wife and I have joked about that. We've made a list of the YouTubers we'd send money to just to help them out if we ever won that much money.
All right. Now that you've made the map of Magog's world, have you made a layout of the village in town? I'm working on that. I've got some basic sketches, but nothing I want to share publicly yet. But I've got about what I want laid out in basic like sketch form. But what I plan on releasing publicly is going to be a lot more detailed sketches and paintings and stuff like that that's going to show the textures and different angles and stuff like that. But I've got a basic idea of how I want the village laid out and how it would work with camera angles and stuff like that. So, yep. So, yeah, I just that's the nature of crowdfunding, though. Yeah, I mean that's the downside of crowdfunding is you're basically begging for money. And everybody who gave to the GoFundMe is like my fucking hero. I never even expected to hit 5K, and I did, and that's really going to help. People are going to get a lot better show soon. But until that happens, the big show with the village and the actors and all that stuff, I mean, people don't work for free. Let's say I found some really good actors locally that could come out for 3 months out of the year and film their parts. Background actors, maybe they might work for free just to be excited to be a part of something like this. But main actors, like the bartender in the village that Magog always talks to, or the thief that comes through town and ends up joining him on quests or something, like these people are probably going to want some sort of recompensation for the hard work they're doing. I can't just do this show off the cuff with the, I don't know, $1,500 I'm making a month on Patreon, plus what little I'm pulling from Sidequest. You know, because I split all the money I make from Sidequest seems like a lot, but I split it with 3 other people because I pay my co-hosts. You know, because I'm a businessman. I'm not going to take advantage of Beardy and Weibo and Angie, who plays Errolyn. I'm not going to take advantage of them. They work hard for that show, and so we split it. You know, I take out the taxes and stuff. And then I split it evenly between us. And so, you know, I may only, you know, on the high end, we may only make like $50 a piece every Monday night. And that's great. I love it. But it's not enough to build a village and do a full-blown sitcom like this. I mean, the camera that is actually going to be required to do this will probably cost $2,000 to $3,000. And that's a low-end camera, an actual film camera, like Hollywood would use. Like, you know, I'm not going to be filming this with some $600 DSLR. It's just not good enough, you know? You need that 35 millimeter look, you know, to do it properly. And it's a lot better when it can be controlled. And, you know, like just filming on my property with that DSLR, I was constantly having to fucking manually, you know, fix the exposure every time the cloud came out from the sun. You can't be doing that. You know, you need a nice, good, even film, you know. It's just the way it is, you know, like it's just a massive project that's just going to take time. I really wish I had an ETA dead set date of when we're going to start filming the big main show, but that's just not possible for me to say right now unless all of a sudden I either get 4 or 5,000 of my fans giving me $1 a month, or I'm able to raise 50 grand or whatever to get started, or I'm able to I don't know, have a fan win the lottery and give me the money, you know. I swear, man, if a fan won $300 million off the Powerball and wanted to give me a few million, I'd put on a hell of a show. I'd build a fucking castle. I'd build a castle with a whole village outside of it, a whole town. I'd fill it. I'd be filming. It'd look like a proper movie production set that would never be torn down. Like, I'd keep it up, and people could come and visit it. I'd host Ren fairs there when I'm not filming and shit. Dude, the ultimate dream would be able to do something like that. Buy like 400 acres and turn it into Morscar. Like, have multiple villages and a big main castle in the center of it where the king is. And they have like multiple villages and elven ruins in the woods and just all kinds of cool shit that people can like fucking run. It'd be like Westworld. You come out and fucking visit and you get in your medieval gear and you leave your cell phone and all that shit in a fucking safe lockbox for customers, for visitors, and you fucking park, and when you walk through the woods, you can't even see the cars. And then suddenly you're in my world, and you're running around on fucking horses and shit. That'd be a cool fucking dream right there. I'd be like the Jurassic Park guy. Spared no expense. You know?
I'd tell you what else would be cool. I thought of this too. Because this is something I hope I would be doing if I was owner of like a big movie corporation like Fox or something like that. Some big movie guru just found your shit, thought it was awesome, and instead of just writing this shit themselves and trying to sell it, get you to sell it to them, just be like, tell you what, I will give you the money to make this movie and you're in charge.
Yeah, once again, that's a big investor type situation. They'd want to sell the movie and make their money back, which is fine if I felt confident in it. But I think building the show slow is the best route too, because it also gets me used to that form of writing. Get multiple people involved. Right now, I'm writing scripts that I have to read, so it isn't all proper and shit. I just write out what I'm going to say and fucking do my lines. But once I start involving other people and working creatively, it's kind of like forming a band. You got to get together with all your actors and be like, okay, we got 30 episodes to write before 2 months from now. Like, we start filming in 2 months. We got to write 30 episodes. Let's get to it. I mean, there's that part too. You've got to have your creative team. And I would love to stream that too. Be able to like stream that just for like the patrons. Just stream, like put up the 360 camera, get my team together, all my actors and all that stuff that are in it, and be like, what are our ideas for this season? What's the overarching storyline? And what's all the little fucking things that can happen in each episode? These little adventures that Beardy and Magog end up going on. Kind
of like one of those table read videos they'll put on DVDs sometimes.
Right. And, basically, like, I would love to live stream the writer's room and really go over all that stuff, T and Ranger says, have you considered doing something out of character at the end of a video on the main channel? If people don't follow this channel, they might not even know you're trying to make a sitcom. That's true. The problem is I've been really weary about doing that because a lot of people on my main channel don't like to see me out of character. So I've been trying to think of a way to do a video in character where I can be like, I need money. Why aren't you worshiping me? But I'm afraid that comes off as too comedic and they wouldn't understand it. I would love to be able to get on the main channel and in a 3-minute video just explain what I'm trying to do. In the off chance that I could get 2,000 or 3,000 people watching that'll go, what's 4 quarters a month?
I don't know. Maybe you could do like a short little clip at the end of your next video where you or Poe in character tells the audience, hey, check out the live stream channel linked in the chat and check out this video that explains the cool things we want to do in the future, something like that.
Right. Hold on a second, I'm pissing.
All right. See what's up with the chat. I haven't kept looking at anything since I got on here.
So I'm still I still fucking hate how tiny this place is. I should not be able to get up from my desk in my living room and go piss while still wearing headphones. You know, I should have a bigger place. I really should.
I have to see what you're going at, but then again, I currently live in a semi, so.
Right. Well, I'm not closed to your idea. I've been thinking about something very similar. It's not like it's not like you're telling me anything I don't really already know. I've just been really weary about doing anything out of character on that stream ever since I lost like 500 subscribers last year when I put up the documentary. You know, the mockumentary that I did for patrons?
Yeah, I know that shit was hilarious.
Yeah, after a year, I set it to live on my channel and just let everybody watch it because it was a year. It's been a year, and all my patrons had seen it. And I planned on doing some more stuff. So I set that live, and I lost damn near 500 subscribers. People were leaving comments in that motherfucker like, oh, you just totally broke immersion. I'm out, you know? And I know, like I said that while Matt was here, and he was like, fuck him. Some people are not going to like what you do. But that makes me really weary that some people like, I don't want to see you out of character. Like, it totally breaks it for me. I don't want to help you, you know?
Honestly, it might even be a channel thing, because like one thing I was thinking about suggesting next time I had a chat with you was maybe start an extra channel, maybe just title it Beyond Magog and make that strictly out of character streams and behind the scenes stuff. Because that way you can show that in your on your main channel, and people can be like, oh hey, he's got behind the scenes stuff, and they can go over to that channel if. Because that might help more people separate Magog from Jeremy.
Yeah, sure, but I just, you know, like I'm already working so hard and not making enough to live off of. Like I said earlier in the stream, I might even have to get a job in 3 months once my savings is up. Even with like Sidequest, making some decent money in super chats, even with that, because I'm splitting that and everything like that. Like I already work so hard. It's almost exhausting what I have to do on a day-to-day basis. That it's just like offering even more rewards on the off chance that people give will just take me over the edge of what I'm able to do. Like I'm trying to treat this like a normal job and work like 8-9 hours a day. Like the past 2 days, I've been doing the new Sidequest stuff, you know? And I'm still only able to get like one edited video out a week and one PO out a week. So that just shows you, like, I'm trying to get to a point where I'm doing like 3 streams a week plus all that. How am I supposed to do like behind the scenes and blooper reels and stuff when I don't really have that stuff? Like, I'm not filming myself constantly. And even if I have a bloopers reel or something, it's still just going to be behind that desk over there, you know? It's just getting it's getting to where the money I'm making is great. I love every single dollar I'm making for my patrons. They have made it to where I can almost live off of just YouTube. But it's just not enough to justify 16-hour days. It's just not. If you broke down hourly what I'm constantly doing, like new artwork, new designs, writing scripts, writing the lore, because I'm trying to write it as a book, you know, for people to buy and stuff, and writing scripts and editing. Every time I shoot an episode, it's 2 days of editing, you know, easily. It's most of the time. I get to a point to where I'm like, if you broke it down hourly with what I'm making on Patreon and Super Chats, I'm still only pulling in like $4.90 an hour.
Oh yeah, I see what you're getting at. And like what I meant with like the starting a channel that was like behind the scenes stuff. I didn't mean that like immediate behind the scenes stuff. I mean like when you get the sitcom started and you're making enough money to live off of while doing that, then maybe put your behind the scenes stuff on that channel and maybe make that just for like the behind the scenes, mostly for like streams like this. That's what I meant by behind the scenes stuff. because I know how exhausting it is trying to film, like vlog your days and stuff like that. I'm trying to do that on my second channel because I want to do a trucker's vlog, which
Right.
is instead of my political commentary, it's just what I do for a living, because that actually can get you some decent subs, and some people enjoy that stuff because I can film some really nice scenery, and
Mhm.
that shit's exhausting too because I got about 3 hours of footage, and I got to condense that to at least a 10-minute video. And basically, that editing just involves me watching where I drove over the last 2 or 3 days.
Right. Mr. Bunkyland says $4.90 an hour. That's what I was making in the Army when I was getting shot at. I hear you, bro. The only difference is you get combat pay if you're getting shot at, and the military literally pays your rent and everything else. So, yeah, a lot of people are like, we don't pay our troops enough. And for the most part, that can be very true, considering what our troops have to do. I had to do it too. I went to war. But at the same time, it is nice when you don't have rent. You don't have electricity or water because all that's taken care of with your BAH and BAS allowance. Like, seriously, like, you may not get, if you broke it down hourly in the military, it doesn't look like we make much. But when you ain't got no bills and that whole paycheck goes to you in your pocket, it's pretty damn good. I made more money in the military I've ever made in any other job because of that reason. My only bills in the military, the whole 5 years I was in England, was car insurance, internet, and cell phone. It was like $200 a month. Like, I was pocketing $2,000, every fucking paycheck, because I didn't have to fucking pay rent and mortgage and all that stuff. So, our boys can really save some money up if they know how to pinch some pennies.
So I take it while you were in England, you had to learn how to drive on the left side of the car or the right side of the car, and
Yep.
opposite side of the road than we do.
Yep. And most cars in England, just like in all of Europe, are manual, so I had to learn how to shift with my left hand.
Hell, that would be like hell. My left hand's useless enough. If I lost my left arm, it wouldn't bother me none.
Peter Herbert comes up with an interesting idea. Magog, why not try creating some MCU type teasers to put at the end of your videos to hint at the bigger picture you're imagining for Morscar? I'd love to do that. Problem is, you got to film it. Guess what? Can't film it. Ain't got sets. Ain't got the other actors. It'd have to be really quick things. I love the idea. I'm not shooting it down, but I'm just saying I'd have to be very creative. I'd have to figure out a way to do that. And once again, it'd be hours and hours and hours and hours of editing. So it's all about timing. Now that VidCon's over, my birthday's over, 4th of July is over, I'm getting back to my normal schedule. I'll be able to hopefully be able to get back on track with the normal episodes and start doing Sidequest and Tavern Talks. I want to launch Tavern Talks sometime this month, and then eventually get to a point to where I can maybe set aside a little time for some of those kind of extra smaller projects and start doing some proper artwork and stuff. So,
one more suggestion that actually might make the shilling of the actual show a little bit easier. You might be able to sneak something into the end credits of one of your episodes.
Somewhat?
Like maybe sneak a line about it into the end credits somewhere.
Yeah, maybe. We'll see what happens. I really don't know if that's that's going to be enough, though. A lot of people don't sit through the end credits. If you look at my analytics, that's the problem with putting an announcement or something at the end of my videos. If you look at my analytics, most people watch, like if it's a 17-minute video, like the last one was, my watch time, the average watch time ends at like 16 minutes. So it's like, good and well they're turning it off as soon as the credits roll.
Yeah, fair enough. Like I watched the credits myself the last time, but that was just to see how many people were in your Patreon that I knew.
Right. Adrian Blum says, Magog, you have to work hard to get your dreams. Of course you do. And I've been busting my ass. But there are also only so many hours in the day, So I'm figuring it out, like I said, I'm not complaining at all. I'm in a great spot. I love my life. I love being Magog. I love writing episodes. I love performing. I love doing live streams. I love talking to you wonderful people. I'm just barely making enough to justify the massive workload it already is. And now you're adding on top of it, building the new studio, building the new set inside of that, building a village, writing 30 scripts every year for the sitcom and stuff like that, hiring actors. It's just not physically possible for me to do the bigger stuff right now. I'm gonna need to make enough money to hire like a video editor that can help ease the load and the burden and stuff like that. So it's getting there. Like I said, I mean, all of this conversation, this for the past hour, branched off of that one question: do we have an ETA for Morscar? And I guess the short answer is no.
Nope.
I wish I did, but I hope it'll get there. It's the dream, man. It really is, and I'm excited for it. And so I think things are going to change once I am living out on the land. Because I'll be able to do a lot of stuff outside. I'll be able to film in a bigger set inside, have different camera angles, more dynamic scripts. Start having people that be like, having people appear on the show as like guests and stuff like that physically, like people to, friends of mine and actors in the local area to like come into the shop and be buying a magical artifact or whatever. It's going to be interesting. Yeknomino says, I hope I said that right. You need a house, Carl. Lydia will carry your burdens. Damn Skippy. That's what I need. I wish I had a backer, Adrian Blom, but my backer are my fans, and right now they've given me just enough to live, at least for the next 3 months. Pallet Beard says, shout out to our girl Red who needs to go to work. Go to work, Red. Ask Joe Rogan to go on his podcast in character as Magog. I think Joe's a little big to just be answering random messages from small YouTubers. We'll see what happens. Pallet Beer says, go to bed, Magog. I'm not going to bed. I got a house sit. So the whole point of this was to kind of keep me awake. I'm switching to night shift for the next 10 days in order to house sit. Like I got to be over there early in the morning to take care of the dogs and all that stuff. So I'm staying up until probably 7 o'clock, and then I'm heading to the house to take care of that house and do all the stuff over there. Then I'll come back and sleep. And then when I wake up, I got to go back over there and take care of the dogs again and everything. So on and so forth. The next 10 days, it's going to be like that. I've got a house sit as well as try to get everything done for Sidequest and get another video out and a Poe. I got to do a Poe this weekend.
Speaking of dogs, I need to go get mine out of the truck.
Do what you got to do, man. I think I'm going to bring this to an end. It is 3 a.m. We've been going for a lot longer than I expected. I just wanted to stream a little bit and just talk with some people. Thanks, everybody, for coming on. Everybody that did came on, Mark and Robert, the brothers. Rhino dropped in for a little bit. Hey, dude. And Monday Matt. So I appreciate it. I hope you all enjoyed this. Maybe I should I'll try to do another stream late at night like this to help me. It helps me stay awake. Maybe I'll do another stream tomorrow night or something and talk some more about the plans of the future and I don't know what I'm trying to do. Maybe I'll show you guys some of the sketches or something. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens. So everybody have a good night or day, depending on where you live in the world, and we'll see you next time.
Peace.